Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hello, what are you
Late
smirking
and
at?
Bud Light. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Literally 6 minutes.
That is disgusting,
Sorry.
and I denounce that. We are not Bud Light.
How about
It's Mr.
late
Drew's
and
fault.
Black Doves then? Because I
Late
tried to watch.
and busy.
I tried to watch the first episode of Black Doves,
Wait, in Red Cup.
and I need like a new rule or something that if I see a man get entered from behind before anything in his TV show has happened, I'm just going to turn it off.
Welcome in,
That was-
chat.
Okay, sex.
It's supposed to be a spy show, right? So it opens up. The intro's quite good. That it is literally just 3 people getting like killed immediately. I'm like, okay, this could be a good show. And then it's just like randomly waffles on about some woman, and she's like, "I'm a spy." Cut over to, I don't know whether it was. I can't remember who the actor is. He might have been the guy. He's the one from all the posters. I think he was like the gadget guy.
I know
in
exactly who you're
Bond.
talking about, all the posters.
And like literally, just for absolutely no reason, you're there and you just see him and another. I'm like, why? Why is this in my entertainment? I didn't need to see this.
So unnecessary.
Well, I wouldn't mind if it was at least if there was some kind of point. If you'd done something, if somehow he needed to get information from the bloke, if it was part of it, it's like, no, you've got to see this. And I'm like,
Gay love making. Ooh, sorry. There's just some things I don't need to see in life, and that's one of them.
I
don't even want
was
to
just
see
like,
other people
nah.
do it.
Because I had a choice. I could either try and watch the show or go to sleep. And I'm like, sleep's way more entertaining than this.
When shutting off your brain and closing your eyes is more entertaining than a
Yeah.
show, I don't know. See,
That noise.
I revert to just being tired all the time. So when I'm watching something and I even recline just a little bit, I will fall asleep.
I can confirm. I've seen it.
Yeah, it's a really
She'll
bad
be
habit.
Super excited to watch something and then just
I'm
2
literally
minutes
excited,
later,
but
she's just
I'm
gone.
exhausted. I'm exhausted.
She's a
Basically-
busy girl, to be fair.
Basically, anything that I want to watch, rather than have to watch, I just watch in bed on a laptop. And so I fall asleep regularly during it anyway. But it does lead to a habit where it's like, well, you can't be enjoying it that much if you just fell asleep. It's like, well, I fall asleep
Not
during
me.
all the good shows.
Me too. Like I fell asleep famously during Spaceballs. And what else? Galaxy Quest. And
Everything else that you probably watched in the last
every
3 years.
other show. I mean, Altered Carbon has been like a slow process because like I only can watch like 10 to 15 minute chunks before I start getting tired.
It's okay, it
well,
happens.
I've said before, like my recharge days are basically me staying in bed, watching anime and falling asleep for like most of the day. And I'll just fade in and out of consciousness and watch anime while I'm awake.
Are you okay, Mike?
Hi,
Did you
Mike.
guys see Mike's he got sugar drunk last night. He ate a whole cake on stream and he was struggling.
Wait, like what kind of cake? Like was it a 10-inch cake, a 16, 18, 20, 24?
Mike doesn't know that.
That's
Mike just knows it was cake. That's basically
It
as
was a
far as
bit-
the logic
I
went.
got there during like probably halfway through and he's just like,
Why are
He
you doing
looked-
this?
he
Like,
looked
I thought
Well,
drunk.
you
the
were on a
reason
diet.
why he did it, and
oh, sorry.
he went on
We
stream.
highlighted at the
and-
same time. Like,
he was on about his new diet. He's like, I'm just going to eat meat. I'm going to lose weight. I've started. I really want to eat carbs, but I can't eat carbs. And then somebody said, how much money to eat a cake? And then
How
just
much?
I think he said $500, and then Josiah donated like $250, and then somehow it got up to the rest of the $500. So now he has to eat a cake on stream, and he got the sugarfoot.
He got the
Oh
sugarfoot
my
for
God.
sure. He
Oh
looked
my
like
God, Mike.
he
You
looked
are so
drunk.
easily bought.
Grift
Does
King.
anyone want to see me sit on a cake? No, I'm kidding.
$500.
Almost went through my nose.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No. Yeah. I suddenly realized, oh no.
Oh no, what
I
have
know.
you done?
There's people who do that, and I'm like, why would you do that to perfectly good cake? That is so crazy.
It was on. I
Well, you
saw
could
a
eat it
clip.
afterwards.
I think it was a Jersey Shore clip. I didn't see the episode, but I seen like and it showed like Mike's
Oh,
situation. Like, no,
Angelina?
oh
No,
yeah, that's
Angelina
good.
sat on a cake with her bare butt, and it was disgusting.
Wait, there's a name for it. I remember what was her face? She was in Doctor Who. And after that she did Secret Diary of a Call Girl, and one of the episodes was all involving like cake and sitting on
no.
food. And there was a name for it.
Poor Zia. Jeez. Sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't
finish.
know that's demonetizable content, but
She's not
it's good to
gonna
know.
do it.
Not doing it, especially on YouTube now.
Sploshing.
Maybe on Rumble. I'm just kidding.
That's a gross word, sploshing.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's worse. That's like way worse than moist.
Moist?
Sloshing is
Well,
gross.
This is the thing. In tabletop, Arudai made us do this new system. But part of the thing is when you take damage, you can try and soak the damage with a dice roll. So he's like, oh yeah, you've soaked this. Is anyone good at soaking? And I'm like, I don't go around saying that all the time.
That sounds like
But
something
nobody
I would
else has
say.
even mentioned the word. And so I'm just like, maybe it's just me.
No,
Maybe I know
I
too
think
much.
other people are thinking about it. You're just the one thinking out loud.
I don't think no one else has even, like, they haven't even cracked a smirk. When he's like, oh yeah, you're really good at soaking. I like, nobody.
That is a weird thing to be told by a Rudai.
Isn't that? I was just gonna say live in
I'm
pigeon.
like,
I was just gonna say, isn't that like a Mormon thing?
Yes. Like, I saw a Twitter video about it, and I don't know whether they were Mormons or what it was. It was some kind of niche area of America, and one of the things is like, what's the strangest thing anyone's ever asked you to do? And they're like, yeah, shake the bed while people are soaking.
The heck does that mean?
I don't know if I want to know. Did Mike just tell us in the chat?
I could explain. Essentially,
I'm not. I'll highlight it because this brew doesn't have the chat up. Is this what it is?
well,
Wait, what does
it's
that
where
even
like you
mean?
don't move, so you just kind of sit there and soak. Because the idea is, if you're religious, but you're also after some kind of loophole, if you don't move, then technically,
The chat
not
is
doing
enlightening
anything.
us. Thank you.
so then, if other people shake the bed, they're the ones moving you, you're not moving yourself. And that means you're still not doing anything, but the effect is still happening. And this is what I think about Wicked's gone. Every single time Arudai goes, you're amazing at soaking. I'm like, you can't come out and say this stuff to people.
Wait,
Have you
tell what
told that to tabletop yet? Have you told this to
No.
tabletop? This is
No,
your
because I
pondering.
genuinely think I might be the only person there that thinks this. And if I am, that's a very weird thing to come out and laugh about.
Every time he says that,
Every
everyone
time.
else would think it now. But,
Okay.
like, how do you even get
Thanks,
it in
Mike.
without thrusting at least once? I'm just saying.
Well,
Maybe
if
you-
Wicked wants to bring up that thread where it is like on Twitter there was sort of these 8 memes will
Oh.
change your life or whatever.
We'll start
One
on
of
that.
those has an interesting theory which is relevant to this. I think it's number 2.
Let me look at them first. The picture's gonna get me in trouble. I didn't look at this thread yet. Hold on.
I mean, you're not
Uh,
sitting on a cake, so we won't get demonetized.
I don't see
I
anything.
can't
bad.
guarantee myself. Chat,
Was-
how
there
much
is-
would you
there
pay to
is
see someone sit on a cake?
Number 7 is questionable, but whatever.
Okay, well you share it and because then
Okay,
you'll
hold on.
know. Because I think it's up to number 2 where it is because it's like what happens when a woman loves a man like a lot.
All right. So this was a top 8 brutal community notes. Thanks for this, Disbrew. Let me zoom in. I can't highlight, so I'm sorry, Disbrew. And chat.
So the first one is literally just, it needs to be said, her boobs are not that big. And this is from Slate. Yeah, they are. Just link to her Instagram, and that'll be enough. That's all the proof I need.
Probably a bikini picture. Number 2,
now,
is this it?
This is the one where, like, how on earth do you get inside? Well, maybe it's this theory that if a woman loves a man, like really loves a man, as soon as they touch, she silently sucks him up.
I don't get it.
The man has no need to make any effort, apparently. If the woman's love is strong, her body sucks it up as air is sucked into empty space. And the community notes literally goes, what the fuck?
I'm confused what this even means. Like, what? Like, is it, you're soaking up love through osmosis through the air? Like, I don't understand this. Maybe I'm a bit too demanding as a human being.
No, I think that's demanding. Can you imagine? Like, you've just met a new bloke, and there he is, and he just lies on top of you, and he's like, this isn't gonna work. If you feel this way about me, this isn't gonna work. And you're like, what? And he's like,
what, do they just like lay
you're
with
not
each
even
other?
doing anything.
So if they lay with each other and it doesn't happen, he's like, you don't actually love me. I want a divorce.
If he has to put any effort in at all, he's like, you don't love me. He's like, no, you should just immediately, like, the moment he walks in that room, he should be vacuumed inside. This should be like,
so confused.
What's that Nintendo character that just like inhales everything?
Kirby?
Oh, you mean like
Kirby!
her vagina is the thing that sucks
You
it
should
up.
be like the moment a guy walks past.
Hi, Jeremy. What's up?
Hi.
The non-homosexual Jeremy.
The straight Jeremy.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, well.
I
moving
can't
on.
believe we read
Well,
that.
the point was,
Oh, okay. You
like,
know what?
how do they get
There's-
inside? And you're like, well, maybe they're just all Kirby.
Well, I have
That
never
third
met.
one was bad, so we're not gonna.
Wait, I mean, I don't know. Never mind.
I wasn't even
I have
paying
never
attention.
met a person that can do that. But then again, I'm not a. Yeah.
No, it's complete nonsense. That's why community notes was like, I don't even know what this is about.
Yeah,
oh no.
that-
The third one, you asked about pictures, not content. There's nothing wrong with the third picture.
There's nothing wrong
You
with
just
the
don't
picture.
like
The content was a.
because the third, I can
Here, I'll put it in the private chat. It's in our.
I'll translate it without the words. It was essentially about Clinton.
And the cigar.
And
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, he shoved a cigar into one area, did all this
In
other
his
kind of
nose?
stuff.
Yes, X-ray in his
He
nose.
arrived
you.
on her, and various different things, and they were like, "No,
Here, I'll bring
didn't
it
shove
back
it
up.
there."
With the cigar in his nose, of course.
Yes. Yeah, in the nose. People were like, he did not do it.
Yeah, and they're like, "He didn't shove it in her nose. He shoved it in her mouth."
Oh
And I
my
was like,
God.
Yes.
That
this
is
one.
nasty.
What do the community notes say? Oh.
"That is that is literally the thing. He didn't shove it in her nose." It's like, look, it wasn't from behind; it was from in front.
What is the?
Yeah, that is a nasty place for that to
That's
be.
my favorite one. Taylor Swift can now buy Kanye West and still have $700 million left for herself. She can't buy Kanye West. This was abolished in 1865.
Everyone has a
Actress
price. is all I can say.
Oh, this one's amazing. These are the lungs of a 10-year-old child that grew up in a home with a gas oven. They're not supposed to look like that. Like, this is a picture of a walnut.
I grew up in the house with a gas oven. They're way better than electric. Okay, my lungs are totally fine.
Gas ovens are amazing. They,
only
they
way-
heat up
I'm-
water so fast.
I can't get used to these stupid electric ovens, so hopefully I'm moving into one that has.
Ooh,
Gas.
although induction, I really like induction. If you've ever tried it,
Probably
it's not hot to touch when you take the pot off.
That is my favorite compliment about induction hobs. It is literally, it won't burn me when I'm stupid enough to put my hand on the hob.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm like,
Oh
I've gone my
my God.
entire
We're gonna
life
go
without
past
putting my
that
hand on a
picture.
hob.
Do you want me
Like-
to like remove as you're scrolling?
What do you mean?
Like remove it from stream?
Do you think we should remove that one? We might have to.
Well, I mean, as you're scrolling, next time we could do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, what does it
But-
say? Invited a Colombian woman on vacation without
was
meeting her
literally-
first. Now
there's
we're getting
nothing-
married.
There's nothing in 7 that was against anything at all.
Oh god.
It's like it's a PG movie, so
It said the user who posted this tweet is now charged with murdering the woman in question. Whoa.
Yeah.
That got dark. Oh
Wow.
It's-
Oh
it's
my
Kevin-
God.
That's Kevin's brother.
you've gone past
Oh
it now.
my-
Now
I
you're
forgot
now you're
about
in the
this.
comments.
That's it. 8 was the last
Even
one.
worse.
The comments are worse. I'm not trusting the comments.
But
Okay.
7, like, there's literally nothing in 7. You like, I think you were so paranoid you were looking for something to like.
It was the picture. It looked like
There's nothing in the picture. It
oh, that's all.
it is, but yeah, because it's from the movie. Oh, what is it?
The
It's
Jason
it's an action
Statham.
movie with Jason Statham, yeah, and it's
Mhm.
essentially he's been poisoned and he needs to keep his adrenaline levels up in order to survive, and so one of the ways you can do it is to
Sex.
Oh,
Yes.
cranked.
so he bangs
Yes.
the woman, and they're like,
Wait, was it crank or crank?
this is the most.
Doesn't
There's
matter.
2. But it was
Okay, I remember
this
that
is the
one.
most unnecessary sex scene in any movie, and they go, this is probably the most necessary one because if he doesn't, he's gonna die.
He's gonna die. He
I remember
literally
that.
need to have sex to
No.
not die.
Now, my favorite one was from Crank 2, where he has his heart removed, and so he has to charge up a electric heart. And one of the ways he does it is by banging somebody else and using the friction to generate static electricity to charge his heart.
That is some crazy physics, but I could see it working.
Mm-hmm.
She
I
gets-
think they're
it's
in like
just
a
crazy
football
enough to
field
work.
as
Yeah.
well. They're like in front of an entire stadium of people.
Can you imagine using that as a line? I need to bang you to start my heart.
Well, this is the thing.
You
She's
probably
like
tell every
doing.
girl that.
She's basically just a doctor saving a life.
Hey, you know, for the right guy, that could be the perfect line for a
Well,
girl.
Jason Statham.
I mean, I think a lot of girls would just drop their pants as soon as Jason Statham said that to them.
Yeah, I think he actually used to be a professional fighter.
I think
Like
so.
MMA?
Yeah,
let me
Oh
look.
no, what was it? Or was he an Olympian? I think he was he used to do something like that.
Was he a
'cause I remem-
swimmer?
I could see
Oh
it.
yeah, he might have been an Olympic
a-
diver.
He was a diver. He was a competitive
Mm.
diver who almost made the Olympics.
Oh, see,
But he
competed
also-
in the 1990 Commonwealth Games.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
also
God, he
does
was
Chinese
alive
martial
then?
arts, kickboxing, and karate.
I'm sorry to the people.
He was
that
he was a member of
only
Britain's
Everyone else
national
was saying
diving
just him
team.
like,
I kind of want to watch Cranked again now.
I've seen that was the first one, right? That picture was from. I don't know if I've seen the second one. I'll have to check it out.
I didn't see the second one. The first one was already like, damn. But
I
there's a
think
lot
I
of
might have
movies that are
only
like
seen the
that,
second
where
one. I'm not sure.
you hear of the sequel and you're like, I'm not interested. The first was more than enough for me.
For certain movies, yeah.
No interest
I'll-
unless reviews are really good, of course.
Mhm.
I think they were just they were basically typical action movies for the time, and so I think you either like that kind of stuff or you don't. It was like when people go on about the what are they? The Transformer movies. It's like they're all the same. It's like yeah, they're meant to be all the same. Like they're just action movies.
Yeah, I've never seen them.
Well,
know.
my favorite is when they asked him
Crazy.
when are you going to stop making Transformers movies, and he's like, when people stop watching them. Like that's the best response ever. But people can complain about them all they want, but they made a lot of money.
Mhm.
Yeah, and as long as the people are paying for it, why not? And that's the big question with Hollywood. People aren't watching them. Why are they still making it? Which
Because,
is wild to me.
Yeah. Before we move on, let me get a couple of super chats. I'm already falling behind. Thank you guys. Eric Stratton, thank you for being a member for 13 months. To all of you, what is the scariest theme park ride you ever rode? If anyone says teacup ride, I quit. The
Mm.
scariest.
Drop zone in Canada's Wonderland. It's like it's straight up, slow, and then it cranks you down faster than like gravity. And I kind of puked afterwards.
Oh. Scariest.
I can beat the teacup ride. I'm not even sure if I've even been on one. I think I've been on one roller coaster at Blackpool, and it wasn't.
Do you want to go on a roller coaster when you come
No,
to
like
MegaCon?
literally, it's like I just don't see the
No,
point in them.
Mine,
And the
I'd
longer you have to queue, the less point I see. So, oh, we're gonna spend like half an hour waiting for a 2-minute ride.
I mean, Hagrid's.
No.
What's the one with Hagrid? Like the
the
motorcycle.
motorbike. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really fun.
I've
really like
still
that.
never gone on that one. The first time I ever went to Universal, it was broke down. And I just haven't. I think you don't get to use Fast Pass for that too. So it's like
No, you don't.
when the line is very long, I'm like,
And I totally understand the whole idea of lining up. And Universal tickets aren't like cheap. Plus, getting a Fast Pass, it's a couple hundred.
Yeah, I have the annual pass because I can pay monthly since I'm a Florida resident instead of just dropping a huge chunk to get it. And I do get I got the one that has the annual or the fast pass, but I can't use it until after 4. But I kind of like that because people start clearing out. They go really early, like people visiting, and then they're clearing out by like 4 or 5. So it's like I get on like just immediately.
You go have your work day, and then you come
Exactly.
in the evening, and then you get to. Yeah,
It's also
If
cooler
I was you, I would do that
otherwise.
too.
Yeah. But mine, I don't know because I've been on a lot of rides. I would have said the Superman ride of Steel because when I was younger, that was just super scary. It was a 50-foot drop, and you just go way up, and then you're just launched down. But
Mhm.
now, I probably would say the Velocicoaster, but it's fun. It's scary, but I like it because it's so fast. And then I had my hair down when I was on it the first time, and it like
Oh my
I
god,
couldn't,
was it
I
all
couldn't
over your face?
I couldn't see, so it made it even scarier. I'm just like, I feel coldness. Are we above water? And then like just like the heat, like it was just crazy.
Yeah.
I probably would go with that one, but I do like it. I'm not too scared to go on it again. It's fun.
Oh my gosh, there is one like I don't love the So at Wonderland, it was called Top Gun, but your feet dangle, and the little seatbelt comes up from up top. Because my height at the time was shorter, all I could do was just like have my face
Oh, no.
like just like the
I've-
entire time.
I've
Oh,
been
I'm
to
shaking my
Canada's
desk.
Wonderland, and the only ride that I can remember because it was when I was young. It was like a youth group thing. We all came over on a bus to Canada's Wonderland, and I remember the Italian Job ride. That's the
Oh my
only one I
God,
can
with the
remember.
fire. It was
Yeah,
fun. I
that
love
was
that one.
fun. I almost sprained my neck because like my friend was on it before me. I'm like, I turned around to talk to them. I'm like, is this ride fast? And they're trying to tell me yes. And it was like,
Yes,
it takes off so
it
fast. I
is.
was like, oh, okay, neck's
It's
broken.
a lot of sides, like side to side. But my favorite coasters now are the ones where the seatbelt, it's just like a paddle that comes on your lap and almost feels like you're gonna fall off, but you don't.
Oh, that scares the crap out of me. Yeah.
It's so fun. Because then my head doesn't get all like whiplashy.
Yeah, I don't like the ones that do that. I'd rather be like secure.
Hokies, really?
Yeah, Hoagie's is gonna be at MegaCon.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's literally been like 4 years since I've seen you Hokies. So I'm freaking pumped.
I've never had a chance to meet Hoagie, so
Hokies
Pretty
is
fun.
like, he's so sweet. I love Hokies. He's very helpful. He's
yes,
adorable. Mhm.
yes,
So.
yes.
Can't wait to see you.
She's such a veteran. Exactly, I am. I've seen it
Coasters.
all. Coasters.
I have been on Leviathan Dark Moon. It's so fun. I've been like literally I queue like 5 times in a row because it
Wait,
was such a
is
short
that
line.
is that Canada's Wonderland?
Yeah, it wasn't built but when you came.
Yeah, it wasn't built back in the day.
No. It was like
Feels
in the
that
last
was a long time ago.
6-7 years maybe.
Okay, no, definitely not then. Lord Botha, thank you for remember for 9 months. A show on CBS, Watson, where Watson from Sherlock Holmes is Black American solving medical mysteries house style while Holmes is dead. Thoughts to Sprue.
That's premiering on the 26th of January.
Oh, that's
apparently.
real.
Yeah, it's coming out.
Is it during the time of like Sherlock Holmes?
I liked House because it was like it took Sherlock and did a twist with it. Then I could even get behind there was another Sherlock series that the Americans did. And I can't remember. It was like they made Watson like an
Cumberbatch?
Asian woman. No. I can't remember her name. I don't know her face. But that was still kind of okay. They also made Moriarty a woman, and then she just never appeared again once they cast her. That was really weird.
Was it Lucy Liu?
Yeah, Lucy Liu, yeah. I could even get behind some of those episodes, but I think if you're going to do a Sherlock thing over there, you're better off with the house method, where you just... Because I've seen quite a few detective shows where he's clearly Sherlock, but they've removed it enough where you can basically do whatever you want. You just take the kind of style
of Sherlock.
and do a twist with it. But this isn't a twist. This is literally, oh, is it black now? Oh, congratulations.
Oh, so it's creatively bankrupt yet again.
The fact that you're not intelligent enough to do a good enough twist means I already know that your stories are going to be crap. Because your setting is crap. This is the one you're thinking of?
Elementary?
Elementary, yeah. I like some of the elementary stuff. I liked the actor that played Sherlock Holmes. I didn't think it was Sherlock at all. But as a show, I thought it was all right. I like procedurals that have a certain amount of twist to them. And this is literally just... Like, why are you killing Watson?
It's so lazy. It's copy-paste. Oh, it's like copy-pasting an essay, but just changing the author's name.
Yeah, like Elementary, they did make Watson a woman. They made Moriarty a woman. But it was at the start when all this was coming out. So they were kind of like, Lord, wouldn't this be amazing if we changed it? But then they basically just acted like normal procedural characters.
The actor for Watson? Because if he was hot, then I can maybe get on board with that.
If he's hot, maybe I'll watch.
Maybe.
I know the actor that was Watson. I don't know his name. I've seen him in other things. Can't remember where.
Laura Farquaad.
Morris Chestnut is the guy that playing him.
In what? In the one that's playing him now, or the old one?
In the new one coming up.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what I've seen him in.
I wanted to check out the Dexter Original Sin. I never finished the first Dexter show. I got really far into it.
Oh my gosh. Realistically, you could stop around after the Trinity Killer.
That's when I stopped. I heard it went way down. And I've had people like explain to me everything that happened, so I kind of feel like I watched it. I'm caught up. But I want to watch the Original Sin because, well, one, Sarah Michelle Gellar's on it. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. Well, at least when she acts, her, personal life, maybe not so much. But I want to see it. I just don't have whatever it's on, like Stars or I think Showtime, something like that. But I'll get to it. It'll probably end up somewhere else at some point, but I'm interested in checking it out. So
yeah. Oh, the Trinity Killer is so good.
That was so good, but it was just like, it made you so angry and
sad.
So upset.
Well,
and it was
the
great
finale?
writing. Yeah. Woo. We're trying to be like nice, even though it came out like 20 years ago. We're trying not to spoil it for anybody, but it was the best season of Dexter, which is unfortunate that afterwards it went so downhill. Maybe they should have ended it after that. Oh, I just read that one. Thank you, Lord Bolton. Buddy Pal Chief Big Guy, thank you for becoming a member. Here, we'll do
Saucy.
I do the saucy every time we get a new member. Barack Omaza for Fortnite.
It like really works really well.
I'm scared of how well Maza's face works on so many different people. Man, woman,
he looks
black,
like
white.
A Secret Service agent.
A little bit, yeah. Like I wouldn't trust
you could
him,
just imagine him like
honest.
running past the president's car.
Like, what are you using to make these accounts?
It's probably
Mr.
face swap.
Oh yeah, probably face swap. I would like it if just Farouk could read this comment because he'll make it sound nicer in his.
I can confirm Big Mike has a bigger soul pole than Epic Mike, and Big Mike can actually handle eating that cake too.
Thanks, sister.
Epic Mike, you just got dissed by Barack Omaza.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Are you
the best
okay,
thing
Mike?
is, Mazza wouldn't know what any of that meant.
He'd just be like, yeah.
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 I love cake. I could handle that cake, Mike. That's what he'd be like.
He's a cake.
Oh my God. When's the
Yeah.
last time y'all ate a whole cake by yourself?
Never.
I was trying to think. I don't think I've ever
definitely
did,
have,
like,
but it would have been a
definitely
long
in
time
one
ago.
sitting. Not in one sitting, but like maybe multiple sittings.
Oh, in multiple sittings, yeah.
If you could expand it to a day, 100% I have.
Listen, my mom, well, it's cupcakes, but she makes me, and I don't get them this year for my birthday because I'm not home, but she makes me chocolate cupcakes with cherry filling and cream cheese frosting, and it's so freaking good.
Oh my god, should I just like oh no, it'd be like a week and a half old and then I'd eat half of them. I'd be like, should I stop by your mom's and then bring up the cupcakes?
Listen, I'll come get the cake, and I'll eat it on stream with her so she can see it.
would that work for you, Wicked?
I
She's
mean,
only like
sure.
an hour and a half away from me. I'm just saying, she's so close.
Like she likes to make me a cake every year, so I know someone who will come eat it. Just so you know, never eaten a cake now. And of course we yeah, because my mom makes some good
X-Wing
cakes.
saying that like it's a brag and not like a life deficiency. Like everybody should stuff their face with cake at least once in their life.
My cousin, I love him. He would on his birthday, he gets 2 cakes, right? And so the very first thing he does after he blows out the candle, he cuts the cake in half, takes half of the cake, put half the cakes on a plate, and then goes and eats it.
I had my 17th birthday. One of my best friends ate the entire cake, like on accident. He's not even like a rude person. Like he
On
just like
accident?
I think he honestly, I'm pretty sure he was like Stony Baloney or something, right? Like, as I was at work and then a bunch of them met up with me and it was like high schoolers being degenerates. And I'm like, you guys look a little silly today. And they're like, I'm like, okay, like happy birthday. And so my mom's like, here's the cake. And she didn't even get mad at him. She was like, listen, he's going to be suffering tonight and tomorrow for eating that entire chocolate cake. So he's getting his punishment.
Suffering.
What are y'all's favorite cakes?
Chocolate.
Just chocolate cake? I like chocolate mousse.
Oh, chocolate mousse is great, but I like it like the way my mom makes it. I'm spoiled because she's a chef. So the chocolate cake with cherry filling.
I think your mom needs to cook and bake.
She's like, I really need that cake right now.
I'm on keto though. Like my face has been breaking out so much because I've been getting back and acclimating. Oh my god, it's been so bad.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
Ooh, carrot cake with cream cheese icing.
Could someone change the pissing topic from food? Fucking hell, I'm gonna kill.
Okay, listen, Mazda Zuckerberg.
The most boring of topics that is literally just like, if you just want to eat, just go and eat pissing cake. Like, seriously, nobody else cares. Nobody else needs to know what you shove in your face.
This was like, if we're going to talk about our favorite
it's the
things,
most
it better be
insufferable topic that people just moan about all the time. Just go and piss and eat the food. Nobody else needs to. It's not interesting. Nobody has ever cared. Like, not a single time has anyone ever cared in their entire life the food that you've shoved in your face.
Who cares?
Just go and just put it in. Like, it's a pleasure that you just have on your own.
You don't.
Nobody cares about your ranking of fast food restaurants. No one has ever thought, oh my god, I have to know. Do you think that KFC is better than Burger King? Nobody cares. Oh my god.
Look up the YouTube videos.
I care.
Please.
So many ones.
Please tell me whether you think Five Guys or McDonald's has better fries. Oh, if only we could get the fries from Burger King and the chicken nuggets from McDonald's, I could set up the best of restaurants.
You underestimate America. Exactly, Americans.
This is why all of America does this all the time in every stream, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
We like food. Okay, we'll change the topic to what is your favorite whiskey? Now there's a topic this brew can get behind.
No, because it's just somebody drinking whiskey, and the most you can say about it is, you should try this, it's nice. And they're like, oh, okay, fair enough. And then they just go on and talk about something that actually pissing matters. Oh, God.
We won.
I'm dying. Just we're so angry about this food thing. Oh my god.
No, because it was literally the most boring of topics, and you just keep going on and on and on and on about pissing cake. Just go and eat cake. Let them eat cake.
Guys, I will go buy that cake and sit on it now. No kidding.
In honor of this brew, this is what we think of cake. Mazda Zuckerberg for $1.99. Only Disparu will be censored now on Facebook.
Probably.
the picture. It looks like Mazda in like 10 years. That's his older brother.
I think that is Mazda.
It's Mazda with broccoli hair.
And here's another one. Super Maz for $1.99. Fun to watch all my
How
favorite
many
women
of them
on
are?
one
How
stream.
many mosses are there?
There's at
Tons.
least 30 right now.
It's just
At
like
least.
so many accounts under one. It's just all
It's like
different
random character generator, but then we just make another moss.
Oh my god! And now
Does
there's a
Mozza even
weirdo
know these
account.
mosses exist? Like, do they go on
I don't
Mozza's
know.
stream?
Mazza, the
sent in
multiverse of Mazzas, the moms,
The,
the mamas.
the Muzz. I don't know. No, he's aware. I think they pop on his stream sometimes, but they pop on our stream a lot more.
For some reason.
For
I
some
don't know.
reason. Carlos Lima for 5. Hello, ladies. Hello to the most based man alive. Hope you all had a great week. Hi, Carlos.
Well, I did because I'm talking about food and it triggered
I love-
disprove.
Oh god,
It's always it's a great way to end the week. And
that's
our
been a rant that's
favorite
been building up
health
for like
minister's
years.
here.
I'm like, jeez, it's like every time I go on a stream, somebody starts talking about food randomly. Oh god.
Well,
And I let it go. And then whenever there was a pause, and you were like, I really want cake now, but I can't because I'm on another. I'm like, oh no, it's going to start again.
stop. He's gonna hear the
I
word
was being
cake and just
patient.
I thought I was
lose
so
it.
close. We were out of there. And now we're going to hear about hives and what you're eating now.
Guys,
Oh, I can't eat
guys,
cake, but I
guys.
am on keto, so I can eat beef.
I'm
like,
soaking
oh,
in cake right now. Soaking so hard on cake.
Oh,
I'm on keto.
geez.
Well, Mike didn't finish that, so, he might be just sitting in it. He's like, well, at least I can smell it.
I didn't even read this chat yet. Our favorite health minister of Belgium for 5. I just soaked with Epic Mike. And
Somebody
figured
that
it
never
out.
let a good cake go to waste.
Oh no!
You can tell.
Yeah,
can
there is
tell.
absolutely, no food waste in Belgium. From anyone. Just
Because
get
of the
shit
health
straight to her.
minister.
She is like the recycling plant. Just like they think they're tipping it off into like an old mining place, and it's just actually her at the bottom with her mouth open.
She's just a food dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
Duppy wants to know. Thank you for the 2. How much for a pie to the face?
You have to ask him who do.
Like, to who? Are you talking to Wicked, myself, Disbrew? Because it matters. Oh my god.
Thank you
And,
for the
no, the weirder thing, it's not even that happens, right? The weirdest part of the entire ritual is the fact that you get your friends to shake the bed. That is way stranger than just doing it.
It's
Because if
all
you just did it
weird.
on your own, you'd
It's
be like, well,
all
this is
messed
quite
up.
boring, actually. And then you just, like, it just wouldn't end there. But the fact that you know, because everyone has jokes and memes where you're like, I can't post this publicly. But
Mhm.
you know people that you can send it to, and that means you have to know them particularly well to accurately pick which one for which meme. Like, who is this kind of racist? And it's
She's gone.
to them, who can appreciate this level of dark humor? And I think that's a definite skill about friendship. But if you're like, I need
What?
somebody to shake a bed during soaking, that is an entirely next level of kind of friendship.
I
And to
don't
know
think
they'd
I
say
have any
yes.
friends like that.
Well, during this video, they did say, no, like, did you do it? Yeah.
Well, Andrew, thank you for the 5. Hey to the sexy library Wicked, innocent X-ray, and Disprove making out with Sydney Sweeney because caused the fires in LA.
Oh, dang.
Disprove's
Yeah,
been busy. There's
This is the
Sydney,
this
there's
is the
Carlos's
thing.
mom. Like, he's got a lot.
People are always like, disbrew, do you smoke? I'm like, depends how fast I go.
I don't want to know. I'm not asking.
It-
I'll
it
leave it
must
there.
be it must be Saturday, Saucy Saturday, actually.
I am getting drunk. Okay. On Disbrew's order. There was a conversation a long time ago. Saucy Saturdays is just not as fun unless we're drunk. What's the point of the show?
This is because you were like teetotal for like 4 months
I think
or
2
something.
months or something. 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're having fun. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 5. Hi to the beautifully vivacious X-ray girl, the intellectually stimulating wicked virtue, and the YouTube master of Rapier wit.
Rapier.
It is rapier wit. Okay.
Yeah.
Disparu.
Sword thing.
Thank you, Jason.
That Shad would be so proud. It's that sword thing.
Hey,
Oh.
I called it
And then
French
the
the
min-
long twisty thing.
The mime of a sword was. I'm in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It was literally like.
I'm sorry, Shed.
It was like when you said that on Disparu's order I'm getting drunk. You made it sound like I'm standing over you with like a whip. And it's just like, you better drink. It was like,
Another
you
one.
better drink.
Another one.
Well, just for some women like that, okay? So
I think the health minister of Belgium likes it.
Society will be great again when they all like that.
Jonathan, Stevie, thank you for the 2. Not fat, not 5s, and not fat 5s.
Thank you, Jonathan.
They would have been if I hadn't cut
You're
out that
so
cake
sweetie.
conversation.
They were this close to go getting cakes.
They were going to balloon.
Should I go Uber a cake to me? Kidding. If someone does $500, I'll Uber a cake.
I just sent my mom over. She's like, oh, "Thank you." Chris Nicholson for 5. I'm Mormon. Soaking is totally an uncommon thing in fringe ID circles. It's more of a running in joke rather than something that is actually widespread.
Okay, I have a question. So you know how like it's like a Mormon thing, and how like like maybe Christians or Catholics, I don't know
I think it's more of like a religious.
Like
loophole.
they say like putting it in the back is okay, but not the front. Like
It wasn't
I wonder if that's actually a real thing.
doves.
Because I have no idea. I think it's.
She really wants
it is
to know
what it
this.
is.
It's a well.
Oh, I'm gonna get chocolate mousse cake sturgeon, obviously.
Jake Stanley, thank you for the 5. What?
I don't even know if that was deliberate. I don't even know if you know what you've just done.
What?
I don't know.
What'd you do?
You were literally talking about the loophole method, and then started talking about chocolate mousse.
Oh, jeez.
Did not.
Obviously, I'm going to be having chocolate mousse tonight, and I'm like, wait.
Oh wait, real quick, Mike.
Like you had a completely straight face. I'm like, was that intentional?
No, I had no. It's unintentional.
You were like, no, I really love chocolate mousse. All right,
two separate things.
And there
I've
you go.
got to have
Mike
chocolate
answered your
mousse with
question.
everything.
There, Mike answers your question.
Thank you.
It's
Mike.
literally called the loophole method. There's a song.
Well,
It's a good song, actually.
Jake Stanley, thank you for the 5. What was the roller coaster specifically designed for self-deletion? Was it that real, or am I drunk, or both? I don't.
In Roller Coaster Tycoon, I made one of them, I think. Or I don't know whether it's Roller Coaster Tycoon. There was some kind of like
in the game, yeah,
fairground game, yeah, and you could design your own coasters. But there was a bug where it didn't check to make sure it finished, and so you could literally just launch people. And so I set one of them up. It was quite fun.
Oh, I love Roller Coaster Tycoon. It was such a fun. I would like mess with the people. I would lift them up and put them in the middle of the grass.
In the wrong spot, and like they gotta walk back to go get their food. Yeah,
that's what I liked about Black and White, where you had like a monster that you had to train, and like I just saw him like eat a kid once. You're supposed to like smack the crap out of him so he doesn't do it again. But you could then do positive reinforcement, where if he like crapped in fields or break danced for all the people, then you rewarded him and he did it more. It's a good game.
That's a special moment.
First time you see him eat a person, you're like, oh, probably punish that.
Ian, thank you for that 50 pounds. Jeremy Brett was Sherlock. A pox on the rest.
I don't know which one.
I don't know who that is.
This Drew's gonna look it up.
I know there's a lot of people don't like. Oh, I do know this guy. Yeah. I know a lot of people don't like Sherlock, the show, but I did until.
Okay, I know that is.
What was it? I think it was the last season where they brought Moriarty back. Also, that actor for Moriarty, terribly miscast. I think he was a good actor, and I even liked the role that he played, but it wasn't Moriarty. He just came across as a good psychopath.
What was the super sticker? Gooner Maz is such a super sticker. Let me see if I can find it.
That is a disturbing version of Maza.
It is.
Looks like a thug Mazda.
London Moz.
That thug life.
London. I don't see it. Well, thank you for the $3 super sticker. I wish it said it like the way it does in OBS. Sometimes
Does
yeah. So sometimes in OBS, like it says what it is, but it doesn't show it. So I'll start reading it like it was a super chat, and I'm like, oh wait, it's a super sticker. And I'm reading it out.
I went in one of Moz's streams, and it was just him and Lethal going, "We're gooning" for like 4 hours. And I'm like, that was the entire thing. And now I see it being used as an insult, which is even stranger to me. It was like, oh my god, all these gooners, and it's just like an attractive video game character.
There you go. I think this might be the real Mazda.
Yeah,
There's Hero.
You got
might be the
YouTube to
real
put a
one,
special
Mazda.
sticker up.
That's a fair
now,
point,
Gooner
Ian.
Mazda, do you have shoes or not? This is how I know you're the real Mazda.
Have you been kicked out of a bakery too? Those two are very
He
important.
literally got banned from a bakery.
Okay, yeah, banned, not even kicked
Imagine
out.
being too degenerate for a bakery.
Like,
Like, people
what
are
do you
already
have
there
to
to get
do?
fat.
People are already there to get fat. That's degenerate enough to.
It is literally like you've already hit like a low level of just being like, I want to shove my face with pastry. And he's like,
Hero
"No, it's not gonna
Kami,
be
thank
worth
you for the £5. Loved the fact that elementary Sherlock played violin, but was the theme for Jeremy Brett's Sherlock.
I
Never
haven't
seen
seen
it.
Elementary in ages.
I've never seen it.
I never
Maybe
finished
one
them
day.
all either. I think I watched the first few, and then I wondered why Moriarty never came back, and found out she was never going to come back and stopped.
Wonder if there's drama with the actor or actress on that.
I think she just got a role elsewhere. But the issue, I would have recast her then, because like Moriarty is such a key character to Sherlock. You can't just not have them in the show.
And I mean, if they only were in a couple episodes, people would just forget about it so quick.
Yeah,
That's
I
happened so
think-
many times.
I think she legitimately appeared like once or twice.
Oh
and
yeah,
then-
if it's once or
And he
twice,
did
no one can remember.
loads of series. You're losing like one of your main villains.
Oh, geez. Back when I was 12, Dildo Shaggins, back when I was 12, calling someone a gooner or a goon meant they were inbred.
Well, in Escape from Tarkov, there are bosses called the Goons. And they're like just basically bosses that spawn on the maps. And now the entire thing's been kind of perverted.
Maz's mom. Oh my god, is his face on it? It looks like Mazda. It looks like Mazda. Look real close. I'm scared.
It's such a small picture. I can't even
But
tell.
it does if
I
you
don't
look.
It
think
just
into
looks like a
Mazda's
standard
face.
chav.
It is. It is. Trust me.
You're like a
No,
Mazda
trust me,
expert.
I know.
No,
I
I
can
have a
detect
big
a Mazda at
screen.
500 paces.
I can sense it.
I can smell him.
I'm hoping everyone can. Come on. I'm hoping to advance my OnlyFans career after this 1,000
You would.
challenge. My
If
little Mazda will be rolling in
Mazda was
Pokemon
born a
cards.
woman, you know full well he'd be all over that side.
He needs to get work for them
Mhm.
Pokemon cards.
Yeah. That'd probably be his niche. He's just like, where can I shove him?
Hero
I
Kami
can
for
fit an entire deck in there.
£5, and I agree with this. Someone please buy Disparu some tiramisu. Yes, so good. Oh, I love tiramisu.
Oh, the video of Mike eating cake.
Oh, you're looking at it.
He did an
I
entire
just found
stream.
it.
Yeah, he did a whole stream, but it might.
No.
I'm sure there's plenty of clips.
Meek Bang.
A meek bang. Yeah. This was after he was already in it. He looked so drunk.
I'm not gonna lose my leg. I'm going on a diet after all of this. Meek is gonna lose his leg. I'm not gonna lose my leg. I'm going on a diet after all of this.
Yeah. Got the sugar foot.
Oh my god.
I
That's
just love
how
that
that's
he
how
looks
eating
drunk.
cake made him lose weight. He lost a leg afterwards.
I mean, oh. Hey, if I got paid $500 to eat cake, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah, then I'm not gonna eat for 3 days because my body's gonna go into shock.
I feel like I would have
much
to
sugar.
puke it out after. I'm not a proponent of puking, but like
be careful.
after eating a whole cake, though, you know how much sugar that is? Like a whole bag of freaking sugar. Probably.
Mm-mm.
I'm not sure.
Uh,
God damn, that's a lot of cake.
that is a lot of cake. Because I'm like, Mike looked drunk, and it was so funny because we know Mike doesn't drink, but he looked like he did.
He kind of did look really drunk.
He's like, I don't even care. I'm gonna go on a diet
Oh,
after this.
No, he was already on a diet. There's something he was complaining about cravings, and then people made him eat cake. To me, it was just like somebody going, "I'm 15 days sober today," and someone going, "Have some whiskey." It is literally somebody trying to fix their life, and then you come in and you're like, "No, we're gonna make it worse for you. I don't actually want you to be healthy."
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't actually want to eat cake. That sounds disgusting. Like a whole cake.
Okay, that hurts my stomach just thinking about it. Props to Mike for that one. Beardo's bad speckin' English for 2 pounds. Beardo no eat cake. Beardo sits on eggplant. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
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 What is this
You,
one?
Beardo.
Why are you lisping? Are you secretly gay for 199? Good morning from Vietnam. X-ray is hot. Wow.
I mean, if it was Vietnam, it would be in dong. The currency, I mean. That was US dollars.
I mean, I don't know whether he's from Vietnam or he's referring to the movie.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
That's the
Movie,
question.
what movie?
Good morning,
Good
Vietnam.
morning, Vietnam.
With Robin Williams.
Yeah, it literally has him every morning. He's like, "Good morning, Vietnam." It's like screams it out.
Sorry, I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. Well, I will watch it one day. You know what? I'm gonna put it on the list.
But any Robin Williams movie deserves to be on the list that you haven't seen. Slosher, thank you for the Canadian 5. People have trouble getting their friends to help them move. Disprue wants them to help him. So.
It's just weird. Like I said, you have to know, because it's not just enough that they have to like not be offended, although that would probably be a plus. But you have to know them well enough that you think they'd say yes without any questions. Oh yeah, I do it all the time. Like, you should see the amount of people I've helped soak.
It's gonna get. You better be careful. It's gonna get clipped.
I
Andrew
don't
Matthews, thank you for the 2 bucks. I don't care. I said what I said.
I mean, why would I care?
I saw a shirt. Someone
Nobody
posted.
streams and then expects to come away with any sense of self-respect.
I saw a shirt someone was wearing on Twitter, and it reminded me of Disparu. It was like screenshots don't scare me. I said what I said. Like that's Disparu.
I've always been in like, I trust past me to know what he was talking about. I've even seen clips from years, like ages ago, and I'm like, it makes a lot of sense. I'm like, I've completely forgot I said it. Like, just someone posts a quote you've said. I agree.
Andrew, thank you for the 2 pounds. If Mark's legs cause shaking, is it so okay? Oh, jeez.
I cannot answer that.
I'm sure it doesn't.
I mean, it would be
it's just a
would be
regular
useful
leg.
if, like, as his legs improve and they get more like robotic and stuff, they just start to have a vibrate function.
What's up, Rhino? Sorry for the conversation that you walked into. Same with Roto. Hello. Psychotic mongoose for 2
Are
pounds.
we?
You never know what you're gonna walk in. Usually Ian comes in at the most like awkward times of something that Disbrew is saying. This week it didn't happen.
My favorite super chat I've seen about like someone walking in was yesterday on FNT. Someone had opened up the stream and I think Chrissy was saying, "Go back to Africa," or something like
yeah,
that.
if
And the
you
guy
took
super
out Ryan.
chatted about it. Like he just opened it up, and that was the first line that came on.
That's funny.
No, that's enough internet for today.
I'm done. Did we find out what Disbrew's favorite cake is? Do you actually like
Cheesecake.
cake? Okay, you want to
Any flavor or just original or
cheesecake is good.
I mean,
Cheesecake
cheesecake is nice
Factory.
on its own. Flavors
add,
would
like-
just make it nicer.
Well, you can. Yeah,
Strawberry.
I like cherry. I like regular. He's right. My mom makes really good New York style cheesecake. So good. You
What
add
you
some
say, regular,
cherries
it's like
on it.
vanilla.
But yeah, just like
Like it's
the regular
vanilla.
cheesecake.
It-
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have like strawberry,
Okay.
raspberry, lemon. Those are like the three main ones we have over
Chocolate.
here.
It's all good. But I totally agree with that. Like it's good on its own, but you just add
Cheesecake
I like vanilla as a
Factory?
flavor. It's
yeah.
Cheesecake Factory is so good. So many cheesecakes. I'm a fat kid at heart. Whatever.
It's okay.
We're still talking about food. This Rue's nightmare.
it's just the most boring subject. Like, just go and eat food. Like, nobody should
You're
be talking
hungry,
about
go
food.
eat.
If you care about that much about food, just go and eat it and then just have a heart attack. That's basically your life. Oh, congratulations.
Well, listen, the whole chat is talking about it now. Okay,
Uh,
let's get on to a topic. This
I
one.
I just see it as a mutated evolutionary effect. It's like you're not you're supposed to do something to deserve the reward, and instead it's just on tap, and people lack the ability to control it.
I lack a lot of ability to control it because I'm not skating. Clearly.
So,
Oh no.
so AI robot girlfriend unveiled at the 2025 Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. So, to tweak a line from Terminator 2, come with me if you want to love. Wow, that was pretty. Who wrote that? Who was like, I'm gonna put this in the article. It's good.
This is
Researchers
a
have
banger. Like
this
they've
is a
had that for
banger.
ages. Yeah, since ChatGPT got like invented, they were like, "Hey, when the waifus come around, I've got one for this."
Researchers have bridged the gap between science fiction and reality by inventing a life-sized AI robot to tackle the staggering loneliness epidemic. And the sexy cybernetic companion can be yours for a cool $175,000.
Oh my god, that's a down payment on a house. What would you
Yeah.
rather, a house or a cyber girlfriend?
Elon's gonna make them, and he says he's aiming for like 30 grand, and they'll clean your house. That's immediately better than this.
Well, I mean, a 30 grand, that's a different story than 175 grand.
I think Elon said that his robots, he was aiming for the price, like when they become full on, because obviously at first they'll be really expensive and come down, but aiming
Well,
for
when
like
they're
20
mass
to 30.
produced.
Yeah, and his
Right.
ones are supposed to actually do stuff. As far as I know, this just sits here. That's all it
Talks
does.
to
It just sits there with ChatGPT. And I'm like,
Oh, that's it?
I don't know why that's
Does he even like have
175.
sex with you?
I mean, that's the
that would
easy
be-
bit. Like, there's already dolls that you can do that to
Let me
anyway.
refresh that.
If this
I mean,
is the
that's
one that
true.
talks to you. So,
I mean,
That's
there's
probably
apps
the
that you
worst
could have that are AI that are cheaper than 175K that are,
That's a lot.
you know, might be more, I mean, definitely not realistic, but at least more responsive.
yeah, I mean, you
don't
could
know.
cut out loads of part. Like,
Here, I'll just pull up. a picture.
nobody cares if a robot, like, doll could do that. It's like,
So,
what use
because
was
I
that in
need-
the first place?
So I need to know this in Canadian dollars. That's 250K Canadian dollars. That is a lot of money for a friend. That is, I mean, she kind of looks freaky. I'm not going to lie. She's not even that sexy.
No, she
It-
doesn't look realistic, really. Like she looks
No,
like
you're in the
a-
uncanny valley territory with all of
Yes.
these things at the moment. That's the thing.
Yeah. I think I would rather spend money on an OF girl at this rate, 250K.
No, they're the most pointless of things. They are literally creatures
Okay,
with
fine,
0
fine,
point
fine,
whatsoever.
fine.
Even the
what are
conversation
those?
with them is
Women
just a
of the night.
bloke.
Women of the night.
Well, at least you get some. And the thing is, you could do that for cheaper, for longer, until actual better robots get invented. Like, this is not
Absolutely.
in the stage where I don't think anyone would get anything out of it.
Yeah,
Especially for
you're not even getting
175 grand.
sexual satisfaction. And like, what's the point? You're gonna pay for a friend? Friends can be cheaper than that too.
Well, also, it's replicating the most useless thing. It's like, oh, she talks to me. Most people just want him to shut up anyway. This
I
is
was just
why
thinking
men...
that men don't really like it when we talk a lot. They just put up with it because, you know, we're
That's why women go on the escape pods first, so the men can think of a solution in silence.
women and children first because we're too loud.
Yeah. It's always been the thing. It's like, why do men like a woman down there? Because they get 10 minutes silence.
Yeah. I think she looks creepy. Even the hands, like it's the hands look kind of masculine. Hold on, X-ray broke. You broke
Because
her.
she knows it's true. That's why. All humor has a
Yeah.
core of truth.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the one that's in the stream, Ian. It's the amount of women that I've seen repost stuff like this. I'll be like, women are toast. I can't compete with that. Like, you can't compete with a glorified toaster for $175,000, can you? It's like, okay.
Like, you.
I love how she threw Mike in there.
106. I mean, that's the crazy part. 250K Canadian, by the way. This 175K
Well, you just
American.
got real hot. Was that
No,
just me?
sorry.
it's because I think she was.
I was yelling.
She's
Yeah,
getting
I think
excited.
you were so loud the mic was
like,
cutting out, and then you just put it up to back normal volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like there are so many things you could buy before this. You could even buy like some girl on the street and she's probably way hotter than this, even with her multiple diseases, and you can have fun with her. Okay, just put a sleeve on it.
You could already buy. You could just buy the head; it'd be cheaper, or you could buy the lower half; it'd be cheaper.
A flashlight would be like way cheaper.
You don't need all the useless parts that aren't going to do anything. Her hand dexterity is not good enough to actually be useful at this point, so her arms are pointless.
She can't even.
Like, she's not going to walk around and clean your house. I actually saw a tweet
signs right now. She's throwing up gang signs.
I saw a tweet where somebody reposted something like this, and it said, what was it? Well, she can't clean the house. She can't tidy the bed. She won't cook your food for you. And somebody underneath went, so the only thing it takes to make you a traditional woman is a robot. And admit that these are all your duties.
You can buy 2.5 Kanye Wests. I'm kidding, guys.
That's a legal X-ray.
Not since 1865.
Happy Kitty makes a good point. What do the male robots look like? Did they even make male ones?
No, the reason male robots don't exist is because they wouldn't give you the attention they wanted. Have you seen, it was like in 2016 or something, a newspaper said, by 2025, women will be shagging robots. It's like, that was never more than men. That was never going to happen.
It's just called cucumbers, guys, okay?
Well, no, well, yeah, but women still go.
How long took that to register?
Women still go, didn't take any time. Women still go with men because that doesn't give them what they want. Like, men would be perfectly happy with just a hole in a wall. Because that it is literally just, it's the act of anything else.
Is that true,
yes.
Chat?
This is, people will literally replace women with waifus.
Yes.
Like, that will, because all it basically is a biological urge. It is just, what was the way someone described it once? Imagine Amazon where they keep getting orders and boxes are piling up by the door, and there's just somebody constantly going, boxes piling up by the door. There's even more boxes piling up at the door, and then when they get shipped out, it's like, oh, finally, I can relax for a day. It's a biological instinct, whereas women would just be like, you'd probably get it for a short amount of time, and then they'd just become depressed. Whereas I don't think men with a robot companion would get depressed. I think it would actually satisfy the biological instinct.
Oh, see, I like they don't need to speak, just fix things. Having like your own handyman to fix things around the house, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, if you don't have one, I'm just saying for women who don't like have someone that can come over, like a dad or brother or a, significant other, that'd be kind of.
As someone who is independent, as someone who is dependent, I cannot live without a male in my life. Okay. I love having someone who can, open a jar for me. Something as simple as that.
I still think it's attention. It's like all the time. It's like, oh my God, validate me. Oh, you like, what's the thing that they always say? It is, I don't want you to solve the problems. I just want to vent to you. You can't vent at a pissing robot. The robot's not even listening. It is literally, I don't think it would provide any of like the social element, which men don't particularly care about that much.
I suppose that I'm not a typical woman, so I don't understand this. But hey, to each their own.
Look, I mean, they could remove one of its legs if that'd help.
Oh my God,
it'd be cheaper.
Oh my God.
Do I get a discount, like 25%?
Mark could just be like, look, I want a game. Go with the robot.
Oh my God.
He sees it like a babysitter.
Oh, another one has popped up.
Oh
we
my
Gooning
God.
fam for reals.
The way he says that. For real. Oh my goodness. Well, since we're on this topic, let's bring up just the this little presentation I had of the CES 2025. If you guys don't know what this is, it's basically just big businesses coming together, sharing new things that they're dropping. I think
I will
that's
say, car does look really cool. I don't know if it's actually part of CES, but
I know. I don't know. I was wondering the same because it doesn't. It just says
Well,
like
CS is just a tech convention, so you could have like highly advanced cars and stuff. But whenever I see these kind of things, they're
it's
just
a concept
concepts.
car, isn't it?
Yeah, they
It's probably not gonna
never
be
exist.
mass-produced.
And as a whole, like even the stuff that I've seen from CES, this list is I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like they never even mentioned any of the computer stuff. Yeah, instead you get like this.
Game Baby, turn your phone into a Game Boy. If that's playable, I'd be in trouble if I had that. I'm guessing it is playable because it's tech.
I think it's
'cause-
just throwing
Yeah,
on nostalgia, though. I don't think it's actually that useful.
It would be
No, I
playable
mean, I
because it's
have
just
a
an
Game Boy
app.
already, so
It's just an app with touch sensitive buttons. That's literally
But
it.
also, does it have the games that had Game Boy? Because it probably doesn't. And then what's the point of having this?
It
the only
probably
way-
emulates them.
I was like, you can get an emulator on your phone. I had that before, like a Pokemon emulator on my phone, like years ago, and that was, before.
I just be playing like Game Boy Silver, or not Game Boy, Pokemon Silver.
Yeah, well, you could now look and see if there's if I find it, I'll send it to you. Maybe I shouldn't because then you're not going to get any work done. But
No, I don't need
So
another
don't send
mobile
it to me.
game.
It'd be good if you're for when you're traveling, though. If you're flying, just boop, Game Boy.
Maybe.
I
Um,
can't be the only one though that thinks that. Well, maybe I am. Game Baby is a really creepy name for a product.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you're alone with that. No.
I guess they didn't want to do Game Girl, but like
Yeah, that would also
game-
be creepy. I can't even put my finger on why. It just feels creepy.
Well,
Game
'cause it's,
Child, Game
infantile?
Kid.
No, don't. Stay away from Game Child. That's even worse.
Well, no, but that's the thing. It says like it's around the same sector of that, and that's definitely why it's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Like Wicked just announced Hollywood's next movie.
This is the new Razer chair. I saw this, and I mean the most expensive Razer chair right now on their site is like $1,500. So I don't even want to know how much this costs.
I think I looked it up and it was only like 700 or something. I say only
So-
because I'm
Really?
comparing it to like Steelcase Leap and Herman Millen chairs, which are
I
multiple
want a
thousands.
Herman Miller chair. Chat was telling me that was like the best chair you can get.
Most people tend to go between Herman Miller or Steelcase. Like this is Steelcase Leap V2, but it was like a refurbed second-hand one because the chairs are so good, and a lot of them go to like big offices, and they just get loads. So they can sit in an office somewhere in like a barely ever get used, and then eventually they close down that room and they sell them off in bulk. And places
That's what
buy
I want
them
to
and
do.
then
I want to
sell them
buy
on.
it. I want to buy it on like a cheap sale or something, but we'll
So,
see if
you-
that happens.
You can get second-hand ones, and they've like redone all the foam and the upholstery and stuff.
I used to have like a gaming chair. I think office chairs, me and Industry were talking about this right before you got in, X-Ray.
Mhm.
But office chairs are better. I don't like gaming chairs. They're overpriced and they're really not great for your back. And just a regular office chair is
Mhm.
good. I had one, it was gifted to me. It was a gaming chair and it was probably like at least $250. It had like a recliner, and like up here it had like for like
Was it one of the racing
massaging
seat
and-
ones? Because those are legitimately the worst.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was like a racing seat
Yeah,
one.
with like
and
the sides come forwards. It makes you hunch it forwards, which is the most anti-ergonomic thing. Doesn't have
Yeah.
lumbar support. They give you a pissing cushion,
No.
like that's gonna do anything.
And this one I got from like Office Max or Office Depot or something like that for $99, and I've had it for over a year. It hasn't been flattened or anything. Like it's super comfortable. Like good for like my back never hurts. I mean, really long days on the PC, of course, everyone's gonna be
Mhm.
sore. But
But that's
this is
not on the
so much
Steelcase
better.
Leap thing. Like I could spend all day in this; it'd be fine. Because what you want is, I'm not sure what American terminology, but over here we call them operator chairs or like 24-hour chairs, and they're literally
Oh.
things, chairs which are designed to be used in things like call centers or like 911 call rooms and that kind of stuff, where people are just in them all the time, all day for hours. And it is literally just the ergonomics of them are just better.
I want one now so bad, but I have a secret lab chair and I've been using it for probably 4 years now. But regardless, I wanted a mesh chair just to have if it's a hot room. to not
Yeah.
be sweating and
I
well,
do
you know.
I do like the cooling and heating on this though.
I mean, it's a bit extra. I don't need it,
I just
but
think it's a gimmick.
Yeah.
I personally love a heated chair in my car. I understand it. I don't need it because my PC also heats me up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wouldn't
See
need
why
the heat. I
cooling
would
is
need
kind of cool though.
Yeah, I would need the
But
cooling,
you could just
especially in
buy a
Florida.
fan.
Yeah, I
You
have
could
one
have
right
a fan
here.
next to it.
Yeah, I have a tiny little fan that you can't even hear. I love my little desk fan. But it is interesting because some people just like run super hot, so they probably would just always have it on cooling.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, it
like when
depends on your
Logitech wanted
office,
to make a
too.
chair, when Logitech wanted to make a chair, they teamed up with Herman Miller and just rebranded one of their chairs. So yeah, it was a gamer chair and with gamer styling, but at least you know it was made by a proper chair company. I have no idea if Alienware can, or whatever it was, Razer. They make some good products. They make some terrible products.
Razer, I don't
They've
think
never made a chair
is
before.
amazing for like office furniture.
Well, yeah, and I use their Viper mouse as a gaming mouse. So I like some of the stuff, but they have been hit and miss.
I
Yes.
like
So
Corsair for my
for me, it's
Corsair.
Steel Series. I find they have great products for like I changed literally from all Razer to Steel Series within the last like year or so.
I don't even remember what my keyboard is because I've had it since my first PC build in 2016. I
Mine's
like it though.
2016.
Yeah,
Dang.
it works great. When I rebuilt, like when I built this one that I have now, I was like, do I need a keyboard? No, because this one
Well,
still works great. It's a mechanical one. I've got special keys too from Drop. Love it. For some of them, not the whole
yeah,
thing.
I have mechanical keyboards, but my favorite is the low profile Logitech one. Low
Mine
profile
it might
mechanical
be
ones are just
Logitech.
nicer because I hate the typewriter thing where your wrists go backwards and they always slope up. So with low profile, the keyboard's just flat. All the keys are flat. They're all the same height. And
Quick
for
fire?
gaming, it's just so much better.
Oh.
It says quick
I
fire
see.
on it, so that's the one I have. If you want a good one,
It
that'll
is
last
like
you.
literally so it doesn't slope upwards. That's way better on my wrists.
Oh, I can't bring mine up. Sorry. I'm gonna not. I bring it up. The stream just ends. Everything falls over. It's done.
Just don't stream on your phone.
Never again. No. Now I know. Like. Now I know better. So was B haptics haptic vest and
No,
gloves? What is this VR?
I really like the idea of these. I don't know how close we are to making them actual decent product though. Yeah, like haptics. So if you're in a
you'll
first-person
feel
shooter
against
and
it.
you can feel the bullets hitting you and stuff.
See, I don't want to feel the pain, I guess. That would be too much for me. I don't know.
Well,
No,
it would
thank
never
you.
be painful. It would be more like the impact. So I obviously I've never been shot in armor, but I imagine that's about as close as they could really imitate. Is like as if something's hit you but not hurt you, kind of thing. You feel the
Yeah.
force.
There was a show I used to, or I liked watching called Upload, and they have like people who are alive, who want to visit the people who are dead, called Uploads.
Oh, I remember that series. I've not seen it, but yeah.
They would
I
wear
know what
like
you mean.
full suits with like these cilia, which are like these little fingers in the suit to like feel sensation. And I always thought like that could be fun, I guess, but also it's like a weird thing because like if it's painful, no thank you. If it's fun, different, right? I don't know, like even feeling a hug from your like loved one who died, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I was really into VR when the technology was being developed, and one of the things that they found out really quickly was that each of your senses was kind of a multiplier effect rather than additive. So, say you were visually on top of a skyscraper walking on a plank to another skyscraper. The visuals already have an impact. But now if you put like a plank on the floor where they see it in real life, well, now it's really sensitive to them.
Scary.
And then if you have like a fan blowing on at the same time, then that makes it really kind of, your brain just accepts it immediately. And so the more things you can add into the experience that replicate what you're
The more
seeing,
realistic
the
it
more your brain
seems.
believes it. And so I think
Because-
even if it's not accurate, just having some kind of force impact on you would make it a better experience.
Well, that's why, like, when people talk about like the D-box chairs, I don't know what it's called in each of your countries, but like the ones where you move in a movie, it enhances the movie experience for me, even if it's a crappy movie. I remember Aquaman, terrible movie, Aquaman 2. But
I didn't watch it.
because I had the motion, like with fighting and swimming and
In the
blah, blah,
ocean.
blah.
Oh, in the
The
chairs at
motion
the
of the
movie
motion.
theater. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because you watched Godzilla -1 in those chairs, right? And it was insanely good.
I no, I didn't actually watch Godzilla minus one in
Which
those.
one was
I
it?
watched Godzilla versus Kong.
That
And
was it. And
again,
it was
the movie was okay, but
with the
with
chairs.
the chairs enhanced
Yeah.
the experience, made it. It's like a coaster, right? Essentially, you know, you
I
have all
would-
those things.
I would try it, but I don't know. Mike, get your mind out of the gutter. I would give it a try. I don't know if they have anything like that here, probably, but not at any of the theaters I've been to. But speaking of the upload thing that you're just talking about, because I'm watching a show, it started in 2022 and it's only 2 seasons. Pantheon, have you guys watched that? It's
No.
animated. I don't want to give anything away, but I think you guys both would like it. The first season's on Netflix, and you have to have oh my gosh, what is it? Like I don't think it was it's not AMC. It's one of those to get to the second season, right? They did something where they pull you in with the first season, but I found it on YouTube, the second season, the whole second season, because I'm not paying for another service to watch it. But it's really good. First season's on Netflix. I don't want to give anything away, but it's about basically, just to sum it up real quick without giving too much away, is when you die, your subconscious can be uploaded, and it's just it gets really like deep. It's the writing is fabulous. I am enjoying it. I'm almost done with season 2, and I'm like, it's gonna be over soon. There's no season 3, but it's very good. You should check it out.
Wicked. Can you just click back on the pictures for a second?
Back to this.
Okay. I just wanted to see. I just read a comment where it said, "Why is the U.S. Air Force using IGN as an outlet?" And I wondered whether it was B haptics or just all of them.
Oh,
And
up
it's like,
here.
no,
Yeah, it's on all
they
of them.
literally. The Air Force is sponsoring IGN to go to CES, which is the most random sponsorship I could have thought. Like, I could understand if they were doing like one of the Air Force's games or even like a military sim game or something, but sending them to CES? Who's looking at a chair and going, that makes me want to sign up?
I want to. Some people. Hey,
Yeah,
so, like I said,
I've
some
seen
people run hot, and they're like, now my butt will be cold, and that's what I want.
Either that, or they just see LEDs and a fan built into a chair, and they're like, I'd rather be in a foreign country. I don't want to be in this one.
And then the Atari Game Station Go. I know some old school gamers, like I could see Dan wanting this, but he probably has an Atari, so
No,
because
because he'd be like, the resolution on that screen's far too high for me. I want to play it on my cathode ray tube screen.
I can see some people wanting this though.
I don't
not
know
me.
why I don't know why you wouldn't just get like a Steam Deck or something.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it's just
true.
emulating the games.
Well,
and
think of like
any
somebody
handheld could emulate
older,
the games.
like our parents, right? That aren't into like PC gaming or anything, and if they played games, it was the Atari, it was a Super Nintendo. Like my mom, if I could get her like a handheld Super Nintendo, she would play Super Mario Brothers all day. Like she would love it.
Yeah,
But she can't get with like the new technology really, so she would prefer something like this. But these things, they need to appeal to younger generations, I would say, as well. So you're right. People like our age and younger are going to be like, just get a Steam Deck.
Well, my issue, it's more like there's a cost to build that, just inherent in the plastic and the screen and the processor. And so by the time you've probably spent a few $100s on that, you may as well just get a Steam Deck. You're already probably most of the way there. I have no idea what that costs, but
yeah, nostalgia
it
really
seems
is
like they've just taken a Steam Deck.
Yeah, that's true. And what's this one? A flying car from Xpeng Airhot? I don't know how to pronounce that.
No, it looks like it carries a drone in the back.
Like a
Because
big
the car's
drone?
still there.
Oh,
Well,
just a regular.
the car's still there, right? But the helicopter's in the bottom picture. So it looks like it comes out the back of the car.
So it's not actually a flying car.
No, but it seems like you can just pull out a helicopter of the back of it. And it probably folds out.
It does look like a cyber van, Greg. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not impressed by that. Oh, you can put a drone in the back of your car. I could just put it in my trunk.
No, well, if it carries a person, you can kind of understand
Oh,
it.
the drone can carry. Oh, you're right. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at this picture like it looks tiny, but then I didn't even like actually pay attention to this one.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
it's
it looks
bigger.
like a full, looks like it could carry at least one person. I just question why you were using a car in the first place if you've got a helicopter.
Yeah, just leave on the helicopter.
Unless it's a distance thing, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're on some kind of runway, maybe. So maybe they have to take off and get like clearance so they don't get shot down.
This is the more restrictions you place on where you can fly, the more pointless. Like if you've already driven to an airport, they'll have you could just have a helicopter there. You didn't need to bring your own. So I'm really confused about what the point is. I could understand this if you're like a billionaire or something, and so you have a car and then you drive from one place in America to outside New York. And then rather than going through all the traffic, you just get in a helicopter and fly over the rest of the city. I could understand that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, since it's a drone, like how long can it actually stay up and everything as well? You know what I mean? So I don't know. Just probably for someone that likes to get a bunch of tech toys, not
Yes.
regular people like us.
I mean, even when I was a kid, there was cars that could drive on the road and then they turn into speedboats.
Yeah. Self-sustaining RVs from AI THD AC Future. Self-sustaining. See, I tried to find.
Just looks like a weird
Usually-
microwave.
It does look like a microwave. It looks like those. I don't know if they have these in the UK, but some malls over here will have like a. It almost looks like a tiny room set up, like in some spot in the mall to show off like a couch or something, and you can go and test it out if they're trying to sell it. It's like a little kiosk, but it's got like a couch in it. That's just reminds me of. I tried finding an article on this. Normally, IGN in like their links, they'll have
What's
like a more.
self-sustaining about them?
That's what I mean. I want to know more about it, but there was no link for this. I just found this right before we went live, and I'm like, oh, let's just talk about it. It's kind of interesting. But usually IGN will have like in their bio, they have a link that has all of their posts, and you click on it, and it has more description. But there was nothing. I didn't see anything for this, unfortunately.
They are AI-enabled products. AI home, reserve yours. First transformer home. Here we go.
Solar panels? Yeah, probably. Okay, good point. If they have solar panels. It has wheels, Greg. It's hard
If
to
you- if
see.
you Take what
I-
I've shared.
Oh,
This is their site.
oh,
So
okay.
it is the AI Thu, and they've got like the AI Thut. Apparently the trailer. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah,
But it AI transformer homes. All the features attached to a truck, 24-foot. I have no idea about trailers. I don't.
This is an
that
AI
actually looks
trailer.
nice.
yeah.
I mean, that looks
That's
like
Self-sustaining
how small it looked.
RV.
that looks like a computer generated render though.
I've seen some really nice trailers that have like 2 bedrooms and a big full bathroom, big kitchen, and like living room. I'm like, it's
I don't.
insane.
It's
Means
like well,
nicer
it
than
doesn't
some homes
require
out there.
it doesn't
Yes.
require a front driving cabin. It's like, yeah, it's just a caravan. They pulled by something else. That's not a selling
So
point.
you attach it
So
to
you
your
need
vehicle.
to buy a truck or something
Oh, it folds
to
out.
drag it. Oh, that's why
Okay.
it looks so spacious.
I mean, I think it looks nice. Obviously, I can afford anything like
Is
that. That's
there
for
a
the rich
video
people.
High
on
capacity
how it
solar,
expands?
water recovery.
Oh, recycling then. I'm
You
guessing.
get to drink your own piss.
Or dishwater.
Atmospheric water generation, solar water heating, water recycling. Have you just put it twice? Oh, it's got AC. Ugh.
I mean, I'd rather AC than heat. I think.
It just-
I say that now because it's a small space.
Okay, so I think it folds out on the side.
No,
It
just
might
turn on your
fold out
PC. It'll
this
heat
way.
the whole thing up.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's when I still lived in Buffalo. I would have to close the vents during the winter, and this was before I even had this nicer PC that I built. It was my smaller one. You turn that thing on, and when the
Oh,
room
yeah.
got hot, I just would close the vents and not let the heat in there.
It expands out of the side and backwards. So you've
Okay.
got that bit, and it also goes this way. So it's just short. It's just a caravan. I don't.
What's the dimensions lengthwise of how long this is when it's all like compacted? 24 to 38 feet. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 195 foot to 400. Yeah, so it expands basically to twice its size.
That's
Expands on
cool.
all 4 sides. No, it
Especially after
doesn't.
all that cake, Mike.
Oh, has it come out the front as well? I guess.
I'm
But
glad
it
actually
says
like
4
my
sides.
joke.
Nothing goes that way.
You
that
know
I can
what?
see.
I think it actually, so you see how the middle has indented in? That is where it expands from.
Yeah,
So
this
it does
side,
one
but
of
it says
these.
all 4, so something needs to
So
go the other
this-
way.
This and I don't know, maybe another room. Who knows? Maybe it's the bathroom.
Well, it
It's
might.
Just
Hokie
more
said
things for it to
something.
break down, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what if it got stuck and you couldn't close it?
Oh,
Or
look, there's the stairs. There's the
It's
stairs.
this. This is the 4 sides. It is literally the stairs into the thing.
well,
That's
if
it.
you put your mind to it and put a little chair there, it's a back
I mean,
porch.
technically, it's not. It's not false. It's true. It's a
But they
No,
might have
but-
solar panels on the top. Hokie said something about that. There could be solar panels up top. So
It
maybe
does
that's why-
say solar capacity.
Oh,
solar
okay.
capacity.
Then there we go.
Yeah, and then drinking your own piss, and then you can heat your water.
He's not very happy about that water recycling thing.
No, it's
He's
disgusting.
like, I don't want to drink my.
We're not
tea."
in space. Just you don't need to drink your own piss. We've evolved past that now. I just don't see the. It's just a caravan. Oh wow, this is even weirder. This is the trailer one.
I think it looks cool, but I
don't like the idea of living in a trailer, but hey, if I had property where I wanted to maybe like
if I could have one to take like to go camping and stuff, that'd be great. But not
Sure,
living in it.
but I'm not gonna, like, how much is this? It's like it's definitely cheaper than your AI girlfriend.
It just
Yeah.
says reserve. No, but that was ridiculously priced anyway. Like, no, the robot waifus will not be 107.
Can't even
Didn't
move her
even do
fingers
anything.
right.
It just
even
stood
do
there and was hooked
this.
into GPT. That was the biggest ripoff ever. This entire IGN list is the quality you'd expect from IGN.
Yeah. Here, let me bring it back up.
Oh, that's a little tiny one. Well, it looks tiny.
That's what she said.
Cute.
It's a driver. Wicked gave like the biggest insult. Could you imagine? Like, you've just met a bloke, you things are going places. You take him back there, and you're just like, oh, that's so cute.
Oh, that is a diss.
I
Yeah,
was
that
talking
would
about the
kill his
trailer.
I love how they got AI technology, premium lighting. You are really desperate for things to compliment. You're like, we've got lights in it.
Hey, some women like that sort of stuff, okay?
We need to charge our phones a lot. We use them a lot.
All
right.
That's the
Well-
advantage of the AI waifus. It's like they can
They
also
can charge your phone
phones.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Never carry a battery pack around with you again.
Not when you have your girlfriend.
There's
Oh.
only a couple more to get through.
If she runs out of power, just make sure she's got her mouth open.
So what is this?
It's a robot that you can keep as a pet. Luna.
You see what I mean?
That
I've been tracking
such a-
CES, and these are the worst things I've seen. Like
this is-
nobody else talked about it.
This is a Black Mirror episode, okay? I'm just saying. You gotta be careful with this. You don't need a robot pet. Just get a human. I'm gonna get a human.
Yeah, get a human pet.
Human pet. When you why
I-
get a
so
robot?
she's
when
biting Kanye again. This is what we're back onto.
No, I meant an actual dog or cat. Why did I say human? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slip of the tongue.
I mean,
I
it's-
guess.
I'm good. Do you
They
guys
taste
remember the
better
little?
when you've loved them first.
I
You
forget
know
what.
what? We built railroads apparently as an Asian, so I don't know. So
you
no one
re-
ever talks about that.
Do you remember those little like robotic dogs and I think cats?
America's
they used
oddly
to have?
renowned for its railways, are they?
Mm-mm.
Well, that's what this reminds me of, except like an upgraded version, I guess. There was like robo pets that you could get like in the 90s. I had a friend that had one. That's what this makes me think of. But all right,
That's
this is creepy
insane.
as heck. There's
No,
the
thank
eyes that
you.
scare me.
Can we go back to Furbies at this rate? I think Furbies
I'd
were
rather
better.
have a Furby. You know what? I have a Gizmo Furby. Thank you, Wiley Dave, for sending me that. It's Gizmo. It's still in the packaging. I'm not gonna open it. It's really cute. Way
This
cuter
is
than
just
this. This is terrifying. The
No,
eyes
thank
are like. I feel like I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be just
Murdering me?
yeah.
It's just made for the
That was
furry
it.
community. Like they're
Yeah,
gonna get
probably.
robot waifus before us.
I think so. I mean, they're more compact and small at the very least than a human woman. So,
More compact.
I
and
mean, it
small.
depends whether you only keep the important parts.
well, it also depends which animal you're into, I suppose, as well.
Yeah.
Because if it's a bear, then good luck.
If you've got like if you're into elephants, you're screwed.
Elephants. Oh my god.
You need like a ladder.
No.
Oh, that's so disturbing on so many ways. Why? Why?
No, Dumbo, we never meant this. No wonder he learned to fly.
Oh my god, the poor thing. His only hope was a feather. That was it.
Listen, you guys have seen my streams. You know what happens when I'm at conventions and furries walk by me. I fear for my life. It
Oh
scares
my God.
me.
Yes, I've seen it in real life. It's
It's like,
not
just
okay.
how-
What
how-
that and French maids. Like, what the heck is up with men dressed
Oh
up as
my
French
gosh!
maids?
And what about
Oh,
the French maids
why
with
on earth
ears?
would men like women that are in like
No,
cleaning
no, no,
outfits?
no,
I
no,
can't
no.
understand.
No.
Men are dressed as French maids.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's just because men like French maids. So if you want men,
Okay.
then they would still like you in French maid stuff.
No. The men are dressed in French maid outfits.
Yeah, but they're doing it for men that like. The point
gay?
is,
Is that what you're saying?
it doesn't matter whether the guy is into guys or they still want the same thing.
I don't know.
They're still like, I just wish someone had cleaned my house.
It's
It's
just
like
a
she's
cry to
useful,
clean a house.
but
Is that
also
what I'm hearing?
attractive.
If you wear a French maid outfit, then screaming you want to clean.
You put that
think of
on
it,
and
think of it the
immediately-
same way.
Knob.
Think of it the same way you think of dogs. It's like, yeah, they're cute and furry, but they're also a snack at the same time. That's what men think when you're in a French maid's outfit and cleaning his house. It's
Mike,
like you're
you don't
hot
want
and
to see
useful.
the maids that we're talking about, okay?
Wait,
You don't
wait.
want to see it.
Chat. Are women hotter in French maid outfits? One's for yes, two's for no.
Yes.
And men too.
You already know
No,
this
they're not
from Five Hearts Under One Roof. Everybody liked the French maid scene.
Oh no, Ian, I'm sorry. He had a typo. I won't highlight it, but I just saw it.
Okay, everyone likes French maid outfits, apparently, for the most part.
Yes.
Dang.
Yes.
Okay.
Why do you think
Noted.
throughout history, throughout the entire Victorian era, there was just kind of rich men shagging the maids?
Because it's convenient?
Well, that is definitely part of it. Yeah, it's like Uber, like
Couldn't
Uber
all
Eats.
they couldn't all be hot, you know?
It was the same thing about like,
Just
oh,
with
the
the outfit.
babysitter. It was more just because she was there. But
Yeah.
well,
I think there is something to it where, no, because people like the outfit anyway. But you are probably just more attractive if you're cleaning in the first place.
Okay, chat. One's
I can agree
in the
with that.
chat if it's the outfit that's hot. Two's in the chat if it's the cleaning that's hot.
No, because it'd be both.
Oh, that's true. Which do you prioritize
oh,
between
Mike,
the two?
you're dressing up as a maid for MegaCon?
You know, she's like scrubbing the floors. You're like, well, because she's useful and you get a good view.
Thank you for the 5 so French maids next week. Don't worry, I'll catch up on super
I
chats,
will
guys.
wear a
I-
French maid outfit if someone sends it to me, but it also
What-
has to be covered up.
Why do you think
Not
there's so
too
many
revealing
videos?
one. Yeah.
Why do you think there's so many videos about people getting stuck in a washing machine? Like, well, she was doing the washing at the time.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I've never heard
seen
of
a video
someone-
of anyone stuck in a
Me
washing
neither.
machine.
What's going on
What
in
are
the
you
UK?
talking about?
It's not. No, it's not in the UK. It's on the internet.
I have no idea.
This is a worldwide phenomenon.
Okay, I would say
I've
what's going on
never-
with the internet, but
Chat knows what I mean.
I've never seen someone getting
Chat knows what I mean. Everybody, I can't even believe you haven't heard the meme. This was
I
a meme for
know
ages.
this.
Yeah.
you know me, I don't know.
There was a
things.
whole epidemic of women just getting stuck in washing machines. It was everywhere. You began to think, what on earth are these people doing? We need to train people how to wash properly because they were just getting shoved in them all over the place.
It's so disturbing and weird. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not
I
gonna. You know
guess.
what, Sean? I'll believe you. I'm not gonna Google it. I don't want to.
I don't want to Google it. That's my problem. Oh my god. I can't believe it.
Gooner Mazda for 5.
Yeah, Gooner Mozzard, no.
He would.
Yeah.
There's an anime called Mortuary the Patriot. I think you'll like it, Disbrew. Also, Mike stole my shoes
Moriarty.
after push. Oh, Moriarty. Sorry, Moriarty. I can't say it. Also, Mike stole my shoes after pushing me down the stairs. So that's the real Mazza.
Was that how he
yeah.
lost his shoes? Was Mike? How dare you, Mike? Rude.
Mike. It's because he had the cake and he
A
turned into the Hulk.
Japanese mystery
He got
He
a
man.
ate it
sugar
too.
rush. He got a sugar rush and he got to the bakery and was like, I need more.
Is it just a... Oh, no, it's on Crunchyroll.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'll watch that. Well,
Ed
assuming it's
Song,
got a dub. It does have a dub. Okay. I'm a
for
savage.
5, everyone in Escape from Tarkov is a Gooner. They never escape. The devs are Gooners as they never finish the game.
No, well, the aim is to finish the game this year, where you actually escape from Tarkov. Because there's one map left. I can't remember what it is. It's like the dock thing. I can't remember what the map's called. But he's spoken about it, and they've done the rest of them. And I think, quite frankly, they want to get it done and over with and start on the next game. So I do think it'll get released, if not this year, next year.
Okay.
I've never played them, so I don't know.
And
I could have told you that. Yeah, it's a hardcore game. It definitely
I don't
wouldn't
like
be
hardcore.
your style.
Yeah.
Can you
Ian-
I like-
repeat that for the clippers?
I don't like hardcore.
She's
So is
scared.
that
It was
good
better when
enough?
you stated it rather than asked it as a question.
I don't like hardcore. There you go.
It was better
There
when
you
it was
go.
angry. Yeah.
Like this.
Damn.
Angry about it. Ian, thank you for
Yeah,
gifting.
she only likes it if you go, oh, that's cute.
We should clip that. That could be one of the clips. That's
It's
cute.
the Asian in it.
Thank you. There it is. Thank you for gifting the 5 memberships, Ian.
Saucy.
Thank you, Ian.
Jason Webster for Australian 5. Films that inspired Nosferatu, 2024. The third part of the night. I can never say it right. Sherlock Holmes film starring Basil Rathbone.
Look, I can
and The
understand not saying
Innocents.
it right.
But Nosferatu.
How did you get Nosferatu from it?
Was it Nosferatu? Was it Nosferatu?
It's Nosferatu.
Nosferatu? Like if you
Nosferatu.
go,
It was the
Okay.
fact that A didn't
Nosferatu.
exist. I was like, wait.
Nosferatu. Okay, I'll get it right next time. Nosferatu. Got it.
we're just being a-holes. I'm sorry, Wicked.
No,
It's okay.
I
I can
tried
never
to let
say
it
that
go.
right. Mike, don't start. Yeah,
Nosferatu.
I can never pronounce it, but okay. Nosferatu.
It
Got
was
it.
the fact that a letter just vanished.
Yeah, it happens. Ian, for another 50 pounds, thank you. Robot girlfriend might clean your house, but your cleaning costs are much higher.
It's still cheaper than a girlfriend.
Just get an actual maid. It's still cheaper than the AI
That would
girlfriend.
be-
for
the-
sure.
A maid would also be cheaper than a girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing about the Reacher movies, where she walks in and he's like, "Sorry, I can't afford you," and she's like, "I'm not a hawker." It's like, in that case, I really can't afford you.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Ian, you can just hire Mike.
Nosferatu.
Mike just likes the maid outfit, you know. So as
Yeah,
long as
you can pay him in cake.
yeah, he probably never
Hey,
wants to see another
Mike,
cake again.
do you want a keto cake? I got some hookups. I'm just saying.
She knows a guy.
Knows
Or
a guy, knows
store.
a guy.
Brand.
She knows a guy.
Just don't
and-
ask what the meat is.
Dougie.
Yeah, when it barks at you, that's the problem.
They're so cute when they pant.
Andrew, thank you for 2 pounds. I will buy Elon's robot for the cleaning. Honest, we believe you. Don't worry.
Cleaning
I don't-
your knob.
I don't think Elon's robot would be one of those things. You'd probably have to like get a secondary head or something.
Okay.
No, it would. I don't think that Tesla, as a brand, would want themselves associated with that.
It's like mods on a game. It just happens.
Yeah,
There's
you'd
a
have to like hack
country
the
happening.
software and stuff.
You can't
You'd have
control
to
it.
jailbreak it.
Yeah. I feel like if Elon made a robot that's like that 30K, blah, 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 he would create a secondary company that he doesn't have any physical association with that would take advantage of that market if he was smart. But I do think he's that smart.
Yeah.
But this is the whole thing. This is why Hollywood is stupid, just because they removed the easiest way to sell something. And then you've got like Marvel Rivals coming along, and they've just made have you seen the Invisible Woman skin in Marvel Rivals?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay,
What does that look like?
I'll find the picture of the skin.
Yeah. Someone in chat, Brandon, was like, if my wife's out, blah blah blah, and I had a robot for cleaning purpose, would that be counted as cheating? It depends. There's a movie that literally is about getting a girlfriend for her husband to satisfy the physical needs because she doesn't want to do it for him. I think it's on Netflix.
Okay, so this is
or will come to Netflix.
This is the basic skin, and then I'll find a picture of the other one.
So that's Invisible Woman?
This is just the default character that she is.
Sorry, we're
in the
off
Fantastic
tonight,
Four.
Ian. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Already, these body proportions wouldn't be allowed in Hollywood.
I was going to say, they're very hot.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. She would already be too attractive for Hollywood. So they wouldn't allow it. In the AAA gaming, also wouldn't be allowed. And
That's such a funny line to say, because like we grew up where like if Hollywood was adapting like a real story, it'd be like a ugly chick or ugly dude and just like a drop dead gorgeous hot guy or hot guy playing them, and it was always so funny, ridiculously like, you know, the way they did that. But now it's like the opposite.
Well, yeah,
So
it's like you could be a model or you could be an actress. It used to be a compliment because it basically meant you were hot. There was a level of attractiveness that you had to be to get into the industry. But that was when men ran it, rather than women that are like, I actually don't want to be around people that make me feel insecure. So now I'm only going to have mids around me because that'll make me feel superior. So
literally surrounding yourself with mediocrity to feel better about yourself.
Yeah, when the guys were just hiring people that they wanted to bang, people were more attractive. Who would have known?
Yeah. It's really sad that's what society has devolved into, is just argue about like what people, the skills they have, which is their skin color or their sexual orientation. And it brings us to LA fires.
This is the front of her skin.
That is freaking sexy.
And you can imagine what this does at the back. It is literally, I can't remember the game you... Yeah.
Booty, belly, boobies, all the bees.
It's like that game you played. I can't remember what it was called, though. Stellar Blade?
Yeah, where all the hot women.
Yeah, it's basically Stellar Blade from the back.
Yeah? Hey, I played that game twice over. There's only been 2 games that I've played twice over. Hogwarts Legacy and Stellar Blade.
Well, it's also when people are like, well, it doesn't balance out the gameplay. It's like, no, but it does make people try it. Because they see the attractive characters and like, oh, this looks good. I'll give it a go. And then the gameplay wins people over.
Absolutely. Yes. It is attractiveness to the brand. And people do that with perfume brands. They do that with deodorant, with hair products. So if you can attract a person to at least try your product, and if your product is proven to be good, they will come back and use that product again and again and again. But the thing is catching people's attention.
Well, it's not even just that. The celebrity marketing was like, well, this celebrity that I like uses it, therefore I will try it because it's their status applies to the product. Whereas if it was, there's actually brands out there that don't want poor people buying their brand, even if it's like with loans and stuff, because it actually devalues your brand if the wrong people are seen with it. And so when you see Concord, it's just all ugly characters. He's like, well, this is just a game for the degenerates of society. It's like, okay, nobody's
literally, the Axe body spray is the penultimate advertisement of sex sales. How many teenage boys used Axe body spray because they were like, oh my god, look at all the girls just hopping on all the men, like when they put the Axe body spray. I want to try that.
Yeah,
the hallways were filled with Axe body spray.
Well, that was the thing, but nobody even like believed it. Everyone knew it was fake. Everyone knew that obviously that's not how it works. but it was still the fact of you associated the image with the brand, and that's all it required. It was an emotional decision.
It's like herbal essences. Not that I use it, but I always
the
know
woman screaming in the shower.
like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
you know. I'm not gonna imitate it.
Yeah, you were gonna
No, it's okay.
get it when
It
Harry
will
met
get-
Sally for a bit though.
Yep, and that's the thing. Marketing, you have to use the basis instinct to attract your customer base. And that's not a bad thing.
Just like with
It's
the
called
Sydney
psychology.
Squatch soap and deodorant and stuff, that people are gonna buy it because it's like, I'm gonna get a chick like Sydney Sweeney if I use this. To be fair, the stuff does smell good though. The Squatch like deodorant and stuff. So yeah.
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 Still find it
Well-
amazing that no one's ever seen Sydney Sweeney's face.
Like her real face, or
Yeah, like nobody knows. Like nobody knows what she looks like. Just impossible.
I think
You
she's
could
just a very plain Jane, and that's
And
okay.
then she's got big boobs.
Well, nobody knows. Like nobody's even seen her face.
Because they just look at her boobs, is what
Mhm.
he's saying. It's going over Extra's head. She's like,
Oh.
she's like, I know what she looks like.
She's
I
like
don't
the
know.
silence in
Just
Doctor Who.
Google
Even like,
Sydney Sweeney no makeup.
you probably see her face in like your peripheral vision, but like the silence, the moment like she exits your field of vision, you immediately forget her face. Forget you ever seen it.
My goodness.
That's what happens in Dispro's brain.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get to some super chats and then we'll get on to the X-Men talk. Ed Song for 5, thank you. Elon is going to become the Trade Federation from Star Wars. Now we just need to make Naboo for him to knock over.
Another corporation for him?
Have you seen
Oh,
all
there's
the
gonna be plenty of
drama with
'em.
him around him and gaming?
What was it with gaming? I know there's always something going on with him. Like
Well,
he
you
words
remember-
things
You,
the
no,
wrong
you remember all
way
the stuff,
and-
all the stuff with Diablo 4, where he's like, "I'm one of the top 10 players in the world," and stuff. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"How
I
on earth do
remember
you have
that.
enough hours to do this?" Well,
Yeah.
the thing about Diablo 4 is it was such a boring crap game because it's made by Blizzard, who can't make games, that if you were crap at the game versus good at the game, no one could tell. It was just such a low skill game. Path of Exile 2 is far more complicated. And so now he's like 10th in the world on the hardcore leadership games. And he's actually competing with people that play literally for a living on stream. They've been playing every day as much as they can, cramming in every hour that's physically possible. And somehow he's competing with them. And then he streamed the game and people were watching his gameplay. And he had no idea how to play his character, how to play the game, how the map system worked. He was literally picking up items and dragging them by hand to his inventory. Like, it was the most inefficient way to play possible, like he hadn't even done the campaign. And so now, most people think, and the way he played did look likely, because he was walking past, like, the best items in the game, and he didn't understand the quality of the own items on his character. It seems like he might just be having somebody else play for him. And
You
then
think
Maybe
he takes all the credit for them basically grinding the game. And that's how he has so many hours in a day. He's just paying somebody. Or somebody else is on the account.
he could.
That's what-
'Cause-
That's what the streamers that play Path of Exile 2 thought.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I hope it's not, because then it just takes the relatability factor out of him.
Having... Like, I only did the campaign once. I didn't even hit the map portion of the game. But
Never
watching
played.
him click and drag the items over to his inventory hurt me. And so, once these people have been playing for like 300, 400, 700 hours, which is what he'd have to do to get up there, yeah, I don't think he...
That would be painful, because like I'm playing Path of Exiles and I don't know, like 50 hours in. I'm being carried. I'll admit it. I'm being carried. And he's doing that at however level he is. I think he actually might be a worse player than me then.
He was walking past Exalted Orbs, and one of the streamers who, like, literally, this is his job to play only this game, said he's seen 9 of them in his entire career. Like, you would not walk past that. It's the best thing. He didn't even know the quality level of his own things. He's talking about the levels of his gear compared to his level. It's like, that's not even how gear works at this. It's about the stats, not the level of the item. But he was like, well, it's 56. I'm 80 odd. It doesn't work.
Oh.
And he was even clicking in the map system, he was clicking levels that he couldn't get into. And he's like, by this point, he would have to have done thousands of them. And he didn't even know how the map
What?
system worked.
Did you hear me swallow again?
It's the
Yeah.
mic. It's when you move a certain way and the mic's up to your throat.
Yeah, it's really like... If anything,
I'm
it's
so
a compliment.
sorry. Thank you.
Who needs a soundboard when you have an X-ray?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but hey, you're welcome. You heard it?
We talked about this before.
I really don't understand how people can hear my gulp so well. Like, I don't understand.
I heard it
You-
too,
you
but I've
pro- you
gotten
mo- you've
so-
probably
I've
got
gotten
the
so used
gain
to
po-
it.
You've probably got the gain really high and the mic pointed at your throat.
Okay, so is this better if I have it up higher in
We'll
the
have to hear you
Probably.
swallow.
throat? Here, I'm gonna
I'm
swallow
just-
now.
I didn't hear that.
Didn't hear it.
That's the key. Just don't
Yeah.
have it at your throat.
Point it at your mouth and not your throat. Yeah.
Oh wow! The math
It's amazing
on
how
that
mics
checks.
works. Yeah.
I know, right?
Let me get to a few super chats. Joe Cole for 5 for roller coaster. There's nothing better than Cedar Point and in Sandusky, Ohio. It's far above all others. I plan on going there over the summer. Actually, I've never been to Cedar Point. I would love to go. So, I will definitely have a review up on my second channel of that one. What are you laughing at?
I'm reading chat right now.
Oh,
Just, like,
it happens. I felt so bad. Well, not last week, but New Year's or before the New Year when Disprove was getting all deep. And then Ian, I'm just going to go ahead and blame Ian. He said something that made me giggle. And he's like, well, now X-Ray's laughing. She's like, I'm not. I was like, it was me. I'm sorry. It was Ian. He said something in the chat that made me giggle. I don't remember what it was, but I was just like, afterwards, like I felt so bad. Ed Song, thank you for the 5. How is your PC heating the room? X-Ray, are you in a storage closet? Do we need to come get you? Blink twice if you're in trouble.
No.
All PCs hit up the roof.
Yeah, it
PCs
depends.
are literally 100% energy efficient to heat.
Like PCs
Yeah.
are like I have an app that says like all the degrees Celsius and it's between 60 and 100 degrees Celsius the parts. It's bad, but the fans are going shh the entire time. So it's going to heat up a room regardless whether you like it or not. I was told since I wasn't at home that the electricity bill has dropped significantly.
Yeah, oh my gosh, when I first built this was my first PC. This one now is more of a beast. Yeah, the bill went up a lot. I was still living with my mom and she's like, "Look how much the bill went up." And I was like, "Whoops.
The
Here's
more
some extra
powerful it is, more
money. Here's some
electricity.
extra money."
Well, that's
but
there is no difference between a computer and an electric heater. It just runs a certain amount of electric through a wire, and that makes heat. And it doesn't matter whether you're rendering something on a screen or just running it through a wire. It is literally the amount of watts that goes into it is 100% into heat.
yeah, like I'm in a very open space. I don't have a door or anything, and it's
Yeah.
I have to turn my fan on a lot, even when it's like chilly in my house because
My
kicks it
room
off.
is literally by the furnace. I had to cover up the vent to keep it from being too warm in this room. But now this PC heats it at a nice temperate temperature. But otherwise, I think I would die.
Yeah, I mean, there are more efficient CPUs and stuff. Like laptop CPUs are generally more energy efficient than desktop ones and things.
Oh,
But
my
Oh, yeah.
laptop warmed this room up more than my PC.
most people tend to just go, I want power, and then you've got the GPU. Like, have you seen that? This is why IGN list was crap. They didn't even talk like the new GPUs and CPUs and stuff. But the new NVIDIA one, the 5090 is it like 550 watts or something? Something like that. Which some entire computers didn't used to use 550 watts.
Yeah,
575 watts just for the graphics card.
yeah, they're beasts. Duppy, thank you for the 5. Now I want to see Just Brew playing Chain Together with Nerdy wearing this VR rig.
I cannot imagine playing Chain Together as VR.
Ooh, that seems like it'd be very tough.
No. And considering some of the puzzles in that, it was literally easier when she fell off and I just dragged her across the puzzle. I don't think it'd be easier in VR.
You know what? as someone who played 1v1 with 3 other people, yeah.
So it was literally, I don't know, maybe like 3/4 of the way up, there was a timed thing. So there was a bubble that moved, and you had to jump across the platforms, and as the bubble left the platform, it got deleted. And she kept climbing every platform, and like, no, you have to sprint and stuff to not grab them. And we tried multiple times, it wouldn't work. And one of them, she fell off on the first platform, and I just literally dragged her as she's dangling underneath across every single jump to the end. Like, that was actually way easier. I was like, really?
Oh, Jesus. Well, I understand her struggles. I think Steph and I are around the equal level of players, and that's not a bad
You
thing.
playing with Garrett, Az, and Kara was freaking
I'm not
funny.
good at that game. Okay. Jumping puzzles, I realized with Ori and the something forest, that game I was not good at, and I knew those type of puzzle games were just never going to work for my style of gaming. I'm a button smasher.
You should admit it.
I'm not a
okay.
good gamer.
We all do
and
that
that's
sometimes.
okay. It's okay.
It's okay until you're literally chained to other people. And then it's not.
Yeah. I will say that I think that my style of games that I like playing are strategy. Long-term strategy. Logic, that sort of stuff. Survival of games are fun for me. So, yeah.
I like that too.
There are strategy games, the building games especially, the ones I can't play. Things like Factorio and RimWorld, I literally can't play because I get too addicted and I just lose days.
Well, that's what Stardew Valley was for me. I mean, it's such a silly little game.
I think I have it,
enjoyed it,
but I never played it.
You will
I was
literally
gifted
just
it.
play it like every night before going to bed for hours and hours and hours.
The other one I can't play is Mountain Blade Bannerlord and Bannerlord 2. I just lose days of time. I forget to eat.
Eat. Oh my god.
Baldur's Gate 2 used to have loading screens in between each area,
Baldur's Gate.
and it would pop up. Yeah, but this was 2. This was back when they were better. It would have tooltips, and one of the tooltips was, please remember to eat and drink. And that's how I remembered. That's why I'm alive. Because I'd forget. Just wouldn't get hungry because I'd be too focused on the game.
I think that's like
My brother used to do
typical
that.
gamer move, like when you forget to do your bodily functions.
My brother
Yeah,
used to
just
do that. My
cut
mom
a
would be like,
hole
"You
in
didn't
the
eat
chair."
today?"
Yeah.
I think it's a guy thing. Like, you just get so engrossed in the game. You're like, who do you food? What? It's midnight. Whoops.
Whoopsies.
I should probably go
What
get some
sleep?
food.
I've been up for
At least
30
I'm level
hours.
34.
Yeah. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 5. Everything old is new again, and nearly everything new looks like it arrived on the mothership, like the one from Independence Day 1996.
As long as it's not Independence Day 2. The movie that should be forgotten.
It is for me. I didn't know it existed. Or my brain just...
Will Smith isn't in it, and that
So-
made it way worse.
Ed Song, thank you for the 5. I see Disbrew is not a fan of Dune. Piss drinking is in the future of humanity. I believe Californians are drinking pee right now. No water. Yeah, no, but seriously,
It's
we
really
have a few
sad.
people. It's so sad. We have a few people in here that are from California. Like, shout out to, like, off the top of my head, Trey and Wiley, Dave. I hope you guys are okay. It's devastating
I
and heartbreaking.
never want anyone to lose their home. Like that is so
I like how
scary.
you focused on that bit, and I'm still just thinking about drinking piss.
I'm
Like, that was the
losing their
important part of the
homes.
super chat to me. Because
No,
I
no,
can...
no. It is a multitude of things. It's like you lost your place of shelter. Like humans on a like a biological scale, you need food, water, shelter. If you don't have those 3, you can't think of anything else. Okay, so that's your need to live. But when you lose your home, that's all your belongings. That's memories. It's important items. It's family heirlooms. And that to me, after food, water, shelter, of course, is devastating in any capacity. And you don't have to be like, or sorry, it could be anyone. It could be even celebrities for that matter. Like, I don't care who it is that lost their home. You lost a
It
lot of
definitely
things that meant
matters who
something
it
to you.
is. It also
No,
matters
I
the
still,
amount
I'm
of
with X-ray
like
on
if
that. I
you've
still
got money,
feel for
like
you,
if you're
but like some of them, you know, the
Like
celebrities can
photo
afford to
albums,
replace
if you've
it.
got
find
if
but-
you've
those
got
again.
$25 million, your house burning down in a state that you're barely in doesn't matter to you. You can just buy
Well,
another
it
house.
depends if there's family albums, like
It
things that
100%
you
matters how much money you
inherited.
have.
No, if you inherited that from your like grandparents and stuff like that, those things you can never replace, regardless.
These
Yeah,
people
so,
bought a
like-
mansion in California because they were celebrities. There will be some people where, yes, it's their family home going down. These are not the celebrities which get paid $20 million a movie. They're entirely different things. This is why, what was it, he was doing Joe Rogan at the time. Really didn't seem bothered about it at all, because he'll have multiple houses. How much you can replace something does affect how much you care.
Yeah, no, I get what Disru's saying, but because they can replace their homes and material things, but what X-Ray is saying, like if they have family heirlooms or pictures or things that can't be replaced, like from their childhood, or maybe even things going all the way back to their grandparents.
Be something as stupid as a stuffed animal you grew up with when you're a kid. Like that,
Yeah.
that's the stuff that I care for, and it doesn't matter who you are. It just can never be replaced.
Yeah.
Especially those people who like drove out and then they're like, guess what? You have to abandon your cars because the highway is so full of people. And, you know, you have to abandon your car and leave all the stuff that was in your car anyways that you had brought thinking you were going to keep it.
Yeah, that's really
But now
sad
the
how
virtue
abused-
signaling is over. Back to drinking piss. I can get behind space travel. I can know from like a scientific perspective that you can perfectly filter piss and it just becomes water again. It was water in the first place. I can kind of get that. In space, I think you technically have to because there is no water source, so you're gonna have to recycle it. When you're on Earth, we have other water sources. There's no need to be drinking your own piss.
Who's
Well, you
drinking their own
you can't straight up drink it. Like you
I
have
don't
to
know
do some
because
kind-
you took the super chat down, but that's what the topic was about before we started virtue signaling about people's houses burning down.
virtue signaling?
That's literally what it. Who can care the most about these people that nobody knows? It's like
I think that well, okay. I will say this. There was a group of people that I knew when their house burned down, they didn't even have clothes to wear, blah, 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 blah. And those were some of the things that were important to them. And that's why I'm extrapolating that into people who lost their homes in LA.
so you can feel sorry for them. It doesn't change anything.
I mean,
and feeling
I think
sorry
that
for
you can
people in
feel
public
sorry
is just
for
virtue
anyone.
signaling.
Like, especially like you can feel sorry for anyone and anything. That's called empathy. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not virtue
Broadcasting empathy
signaling.
is virtue signaling. I'm such a great person because I really care
I'm
about
not
these
saying
people
I'm
that
a
I
great
don't know.
person whatsoever, though. I'm just saying that this is something that I actually feel empathetic towards.
It's what
people.
you're showcasing. Like we had like it was a topic. It's an entertainment thing. There was two parts of the conversation, and rather than focusing on the entertaining part, suddenly we've literally got to focus on people losing their house that none of us know.
I'm not.
Do you know anybody that had a house burned down?
That
'Cause I don't.
necessarily disprove. I'm just saying that like this is something that like is being a human and understanding other people, and that if
Yeah,
they're
you can
certainly
understand that,
crying
but when
about
you
that-
need to feel the need to like broadcast it publicly on an entertainment, it's just virtue signaling. Like nobody needs another conversation about how much everybody cares about people that lost their homes in a fire.
And it's not just about celebrities. Like I know I see some people in the chat aren't getting that we're talking about like real people. We know a couple people that live in LA that are in the chats all the time, like Trey and Wiley Dave. Very good people. Wiley actually just said on my stream on Thursday that he got a message that he had to evacuate. So I hope he's okay. So
And it's
It's
not.
like
I'm
if
not
somebody
talking about
bring-
every
if
single
somebody brings- if
celebrity. I'm
somebody
talking
brings
about
up-
people who live in LA, regardless
If somebody
of
brings
their
up a
celebrity
murder, we don't
status,
need to suddenly
Yeah.
have a big long
Lost their
conversation
freaking
about how
job.
awful it
They
is
might
that
have
murders
lost
exist.
their home. They might have lost their even neighborhood that they lived in, and
This is
memories that
virtue.
are part of
This is virtue signaling.
But is it?
I'm a better
really,
person
though? But,
because
like,
I care so much about them. Is virtue signaling?
care about them necessarily.
Then
but
why
I
bring that?
empathize
Then
with
what's
it.
the need? If somebody brings up I feel so distraught for the amount of people that have been murdered on a daily basis. No, everybody knows that people losing their homes in a fire is bad. We don't need a big long discussion about how bad it
I
makes it
am
feel.
not
Now
having
I
a
feel
big
so
long
much for
discussion
them.
about this, regardless. But the fact that you're
This is the
talking
same
about
thing
this
as people putting
combatively
Ukraine
about
flag
this
in their
is
bio.
making it a big long discussion.
We went on and on for ages. It's
Let's talk about food again.
Oh, people have lost their houses in fire. Okay. Where is the conversation in that?
Mike.
I just think that
You know where
like
Mike's-
regardless of whoever, like it's a devastating thing. I'm not necessarily saying that I'm like, oh my god, woo, let's go for them. Like,
Oh no, but I
everyone is
really
for, blah,
understand
blah, blah.
the sentimental value of somebody's choice. You literally invented a hypothetical person so that you could say you felt bad for them.
Well,
A hypothetical, no, it's real.
No, you invented a hypothetical person with a stuffed toy that had sentimental housing value that they inherited from their gran. This person doesn't exist. You made
Not
them up.
necessarily because that was actually a real thing, but hey.
You literally
a
created
friend
a
that it
story about
happened
this
to is what
person
she
that
was talking
exists.
about. But moving on, the chat doesn't like this topic. So Slosher,
No,
thanks
because
for the
it's a boring
Canadian
topic.
10.
Nobody actually cares about the fire. People just
Right,
like
just-
pretending that they do. It's not an interesting topic of conversation. Yes, there's a fire. Yes, it's horrific. People lost their houses. That is it. That's the entire conversation. Nobody thinks that people go around really enjoying fires burning down.
Slosher, thank you for the Canadian 10.
I like
Is it
chocolate mousse cake.
It's great. Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? No, but I do it anyways because it's sterile and I like Slosher. Are you okay, Slosher?
I'm
Mark
not
of
actually sure
reality-
it's sterile either.
I don't know about that.
I'm not sure the
no,
whole
no, no, no.
sterilizing wounds thing is.
Okay.
I know it's got
Sterilizing
ammonia.
wounds?
If it's sterile, you could technically sterilize a wound with it. But you
No,
wouldn't
no,
want
no.
to.
Once a wound is exposed to the environment that is, it's technically not sterile. It's the same thing with pee. Once the pee is
yeah.
out of the urethra, it's not sterile.
Would that?
I was gonna say you have to filter it, right? I remember seeing like Mike said something in the chat about Bear Gillis doing it. Like when people do it when they do like those nature shows, right? And they show like, if you don't have water, like how to. I don't know how to. I don't remember. I've seen.
That just means
Sterile
that pee
means-
isn't sterile. Then
No, sterile means no. Pee is technically sterile until it reaches the outside world when it touches the skin that is next to the urethra. Sterile means that there's no bacteria, no microorganisms in it. So as soon as it touches the outside world, it technically is not sterile.
no, because like 99.9% isopropyl alcohol is sterile because it kills the
Yes.
bacteria.
But
So pee isn't sterile.
pee is not sterile. No,
Yeah.
no, pee, as long as it's inside your system, inside your body, is technically sterile.
But
as
that
soon as
would apply to everything that wasn't
No,
exposed
and that's
to
exactly
bacteria.
it. Blood is sterile until it reaches out into the world.
It just means yeah.
But that's the thing, is like when I talk about like OR, which I've never talked about in this, at least this stream, everything is sterile until you like breathe on it, until you cough on it or touch skin on it. That's why operating rooms, as much as it seems like it's carpentry, at least when I see orthopedic surgery, but it's like clean carpentry, you know? But yeah. Unless you have UTI and syphilis. Yes, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, your blood is sterile, well, except for all the diseases in it.
To a certain point, yes.
Mark of reality, thank you for the 50. I had a bit of a nutty great uncle. He lived in very rural Kansas and built an airplane in his barn. He built an airplane in his barn. He would
Wow.
also take off and land on the dirt road that went in front of his farmhouse. He was like, I'm just gonna do what I want.
My favorite was
Thank you for
what's
the
his
50
name?
mark.
John Travolta was like, I want to fly planes. So he just built an airport in his house. And he literally takes off like not fighter jets, the airliners and stuff. Basically a complete airport.
Wow. It's a complete
When
airport.
when you take the super chat down when we're still talking about it, you won't get the context of what I'm saying.
Sorry. Russell Hall, thank you for the 2. I prefer women out of the French maid outfit. Of course you do, Russell.
Oh my God, Russell.
Weirdo robot for 5. Help me step bro. I'm stuck in the washing machine.
Mhm.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you
I don't think I want to get it explained either.
do.
I'm scared because the whole washing machine thing, people said not to look it up. So
Yeah.
you don't do it. Andrew Matthews, thank you for the 2 pounds. To be or nas for 2. That's how it's gonna get pronounced. That's how it's gonna get pronounced from now on. Chris Nicholson for 20. Disparu, you may like the audiobook. I I said this wrong before.
Moriarty.
Mario. I want to say, for some reason, I want to say mortuary. Moriarty, that makes more sense. Written from his point of view, after he's wrongly accused by Sherlock's flawed abductive reasoning, he becomes a crime consultant analyzing criminals' planned heists for flaws.
That sounds awful.
You might like
Simply
it.
No, because the thing I like about Moriarty is he's Sherlock's mirror. So Sherlock is the intelligent guy trying to solve crimes, and Moriarty is basically what Sherlock would be if he was a criminal. If you take the crime away from Moriarty, you've just got Sherlock. And this just sounds like they had to make... like, Sherlock doesn't have flawed deductive reasoning. He just doesn't. And so if you take that away from Sherlock and then put Moriarty in his place, you've just swapped the characters, and I'm not sure why you would.
I'm not that familiar with, like, I know, like, the basis for Sherlock's, like, Sherlock Holmes story, but not deep into this like that, but it'd be okay. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian too. X-ray girl
Oh,
for
hell
Prime
no.
Minister of Canada. She's like, I don't want that job.
No, thank you.
You just have
That's the
truckers
new one.
turning up on your doorstep.
Can
Oh,
you
no.
imagine me running as my name is X-ray girl?
Well, that's one of the issues that people had over here, is if you run to be an MP, you have to broadcast your full name and address publicly.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Which is really weird. The fact that you're like, yep, I want to be a member of parliament. This is where I live. And you're like, wait, what? Shouldn't you be keeping that private even more if you're running?
I mean, if you are an MP, I'm sure you have multiple maybe addresses that you live at. So that might be a thing as well, which is fine if you have the funds for it. But I would not want to do it. And being a leader, and I'll say this about any job, I like being either the lower part, the grunt worker, or the leader, up top, high. Anything in between, F that. No, thank you.
I didn't know that Will Ferrell was in a Sherlock movie.
Really?
Can't stand Will Ferrell, so I have no idea.
So he never heard of it.
Others was good though.
I liked Step Brothers, yeah. His older stuff, but actually couldn't tell you the latest thing he's
Holmes
done.
and Watson in 2018, and it got a 3.9
I
out of
remember
10.
They did. It was with him, and what's his name from Step
Well,
Brothers.
that's a
They
lie.
tried to replicate John C. Reilly. Yeah, thank
The
you.
description starts with a humorous take. That can't be true. It's got Will Ferrell in it.
Oh my god.
Ian for 50 pounds. You let him cook. Don't blame Disru. You let him cook. Okay, Ian. Sorry. Russell Hall for 5. I, for one,
I
find
don't
it
even know what that
hilarious.
was about. That could have been on multiple things tonight.
Yeah, I don't even know either.
That was actually way back when it was like talking about cake. It was like, yes,
No, that
finally,
was-
somebody's told the Americans.
I, for one, find it hilarious that posh LA liberals still screaming about Trump are now watching fire set by illegal aliens consume their homes. Yeah. Well, LA is LA's gonna LA. Ian said that was disgusting. I lasted 20 minutes into Holmes and Watson. Oh, so he watched some of it.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
never
that
watched
Never
it.
did.
I
All
wondered
right,
if he was
let's...
talking about Elementary for a while. He was talking about Lucy Liu.
No.
Because that could only last 20 minutes.
I got that.
After that was no point watching
It's
anymore.
okay. So Cynthia,
I like how proud you were that you got it. I was like, yeah.
I'm growing up.
Positions.
It's like my innocence is being destroyed. Yeah.
So Cynthia, how do you pronounce it? Is it Ervio or Ervo? Ervo?
I actually don't know, but I thought
I
it was
don't
a
either.
Revo.
Okay, she says she wants to play Storm in the MCU. So my take on this right now is that I don't know her acting skills. I am gonna watch Wicked. I've heard good things. Even Mike liked Wicked. I saw his tweet. He
I
liked
love Wicked.
it. Everyone I know that has watched
Love
it really liked
Wicked.
it. I liked the live.
I
so I
ratioed
will
Mike on
be-
that tweet.
I saw that he was like, "I'm married with kids." Excuse
I
me,
didn't
sir.
just ratio him. I ratioed him like 4-1. It was
No.
like I had half the views.
So, I will say this. She was very good in Wicked, but a musical versus an action star is very different.
Well,
the
could she
things that you
act in
have to do-
Wicked when she wasn't singing?
she was okay. But
I
loved her.
I don't think okay is good enough for
Well,
Hollywood.
she's a
I think you
singer,
should be-
so her singing was good.
The singing and the stuff that she portrayed in a musical aspect
Like
was
theater?
good enough. Like if she was in theater and she was on stage, I'd be like, hell yeah, she's freaking amazing. Blah 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 blah. But I don't see a Storm, and this is just what I've seen in a Storm character. Mind you, I'm a normie with X-Men. I don't know if I see her being, and the thing is, being stoic is not that hard in comparison to maybe, I don't know.
Halle Berry definitely had the look for Storm. Like she had the body for it.
The
She
thing
had the
is,
body
isn't
and the
I
look.
think Storm is kind of meant to be imposing as well, and
I don't
Or Mike.
necessarily see that unless she's green. I don't know what.
Oh, and that's another thing. Like look wise, I mean, they could probably, I don't know, maybe face wise, like obviously just throw a wig on her. They could probably make her look, but I can't say anything because I don't know her acting. And I never heard of her before. Oh no, wasn't she the fairy? I didn't watch it, but in Pinocchio or something, wasn't she the one? Is that her? The chat knows. Let me know. I don't remember. I didn't see it though. But if that's true, then that was the only other thing I've seen that she was in.
I mean, there's always potential, but whether it translates is a completely different thing because guess what? A
Blue Fairy in
musical-
Pinocchio.
She was
a musical
okay.
actress versus an action actress are two different things.
Well, this would be like how good a singer you are is entirely irrelevant to this. It would just be purely your acting. You have to be imposing, and also I think Hollywood actresses should be attractive. It's me. And I think there's more to being a Hollywood actress than just. I actually don't think acting is that rare a talent at all, and so I think that to be Hollywood, to be classed as the best of the best, you have to have more than just being able to act. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you have
just
to bring
lying to people.
something. You have to bring something extra, especially if you're portraying an iconic character. Like they have not gotten like
and
a comic book
her
character.
press tour was
Oh,
horrible,
it was
and
bad.
that's not going to translate to the nerd fans. The stuff that she's been saying.
Respect. So I
Angela
agree
Bassett
heavily
would've
with
been
that.
really
She would have
good.
crushed it. Yeah.
But I just I don't see it. There's some percent that maybe she would be good, but I have no hope.
Yeah, I can't say
Well-
hope or not either because, like I said, I don't know. I've never seen her act. There was a clip of her saying it. It's like what her dream role.
No,
I
but
don't
if-
think. Go ahead. Sorry.
I asked X-Ray, can she act? And you went, she's okay. That means she'd
That's
be
not-
terrible in the role.
That's not good
Like,
enough then.
No
Yeah.
one in Hollywood should have their acting described as being okay. Except maybe like action stars. Like Schwarzenegger got away with it because he was he can play like a
He's
Terminator.
imposing. He's
Yeah.
imposing.
So there's something else you bring to it. But I don't think most people can.
And he was also playing like a robot, so there was definitely some leniency with that, right? Like he
Absolutely.
I think we have action heroes like Jason Statham. No one's going to describe Jason Statham as a great actor, but he does make a great action star because
He's
being stoic
entertaining.
while killing people is kind of part of that class
Yeah.
of actor.
Yeah. If I had to think of Storm's look and who would play her well, I don't even know who I would want to
these days, no.
nominate.
Like, I don't know. Here you go. Here's the video. It's a little
Ooh,
clip.
who played Catwoman? That girl,
Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz might actually be better.
Maybe. I mean, she would look better. That's for sure. She's
Oh,
not.
hell yeah.
Yeah. Her acting's not bad. Just the lines that she was given in the Batman, like the end, were really dumb. Like the white man line, whatever it was. I forgot exactly what it was. I put it
No,
out of
I
my
know
brain.
what you're talking about
but
exactly.
yeah. But okay, this is her talking about it.
Is there another dream role out there that you want to manifest right here, right now?
I really want to play Storm. I know it sounds frivolous, but I think we haven't uncovered how grand she is and all of that inner turmoil that she has. So I think there's a world in which we could, I don't know, do something like that.
She doesn't even seem like that. Like, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. Like, whatever. She doesn't have any passion towards it. Like, she really wants to do it, but she's not
No.
really selling that she wants to do it. So Toby, did you see
That
the
whiskey Cardinal West. I died. Oh my god. Regardless, I don't think she has the chops for it, and I mean, if she actually ended up getting it and she proved me wrong, hell yeah, because
Let me
she
see.
did prove me wrong with Even Wicked. So expectations on her are very all over the place.
Let's see. Oh gosh, hope it doesn't go to like Zendaya. Goodness gracious.
Every
Oh,
role goes to
That's
Zendaya.
what I'm
I would rather
saying.
her than Zendaya. Frick that.
What about Keke Palmer?
I'm sorry, did you just go Kinky Palmer?
Keke.
Oh.
Let me see how she
I
looks
gotta Google
now.
her.
I have no idea who that is.
No. I
I
want
wanna
to
see
say no.
how
I
she
don't know who
looks
she is, but
now.
no.
Yeah, no. I
She
know
doesn't
that
have to look for it.
I know that she I don't know. Yeah, maybe not.
I don't know, chat. Do you
Oh,
even have an
Lupita?
idea?
Lupita? Maybe. She's a
Lupita,
good
maybe.
yeah, she's a good actress. The thing is with looks too, they can do they can fix it. Like if someone isn't like thick enough or something. I'm not saying that it'd be very hard for Cynthia because she is just, but I mean if someone doesn't have like the voluptuousness, they could do something with that.
Andrew's like Big Mike.
Definitely imposing on the big screen.
Anywho, well then, I'm seeing no good takes from the chat right now. Y'all are trolling.
I think that Barack Obama, absolutely.
Kinky
You
Palmer.
got like Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't know that, Liam. She almost got Bill Murray canceled. I love Bill Murray. Well, not Keke Palmer. Terry Crews, yeah. Actually, that's all in on that. Terry Crews for Storm. Let's do
He'd
it.
probably be a good Storm, to be honest. I wish
He
there
would
was
work
another
it.
Angela Bassett
I
out there in the world.
know.
I found out about her too late in life to really enjoy her in the moment type of thing. So
I would literally, I would just go to like a modeling agency. I would go through them, see which ones can act, and cast one of them.
Yeah, that's.
I
But you
don't-
have better ideas than them.
Well,
So-
I don't think acting is that rare a talent. I think all these people are incredibly easily replaceable, and they used to get paid $20 million because they bring an audience with them, and they don't anymore.
I mean, look
so
at
they just
like
swap them.
what happened with Gal Gadot. She was not really. She's not a great actress, but she was a good Wonder Woman. She had the look, and you know, I think she did a good job. At least the second one was awful, but the first Wonder Woman movie was really good. They took a chance with a model, right? And I know she had been in a couple things before that, like Fast and the Furious, but I didn't know that at the time.
Well,
I
it's
just
the
knew her
same
from
with-
Wonder
What is
Woman.
it called? Outpost? I mean, it's
Cynthia looks like
uh,
a used Q-tip that's been in bad places. Sorry, that really is funny. It's true.
Outpost was a really cheap show, but the main character was attractive, and I ended up watching it for 4 series. And
Sydney
it was
Sweeney.
kind of.
Sorry.
It was kind of a show that was done for like the same kind of budget as the old like Hercules TV shows and everything. So it was basically no budget, and they just did a fantasy thing. But the literal main character was just like an ex-model as an elf, and like, okay, that's good enough for a story.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
like Jessica Green. That's who it was.
All right, hold on. I gotta look up this Jade Cargill. Who is that? Oh wow, she even has the white hair. Hold on. Let me do a Google search because that's better for images. All right, so this is who your son says. This brew.
No,
No, why not? Too muscular? She
Yeah.
looks
looks like a
nah.
man.
No, I think she could do it. She looks like what Zach just said. Comic accurate.
I am in the boat of women can just be too muscly, and that is
She
no.
could also tone down for the role if she needs to. Zach says Storm is jacked. Let's look up Storm in the comics.
I mean, I imagine she wouldn't want to tone down though. You find people that put that much effort into their body tend to want to keep it
For the
that
right
way.
amount of money, they will. You know how many people do like method acting? Like hold on, see.
It's like
It happens. There's
bodybuilders and
people that
everything.
do.
It becomes a lifestyle.
Look at like okay, an example would be like Jared Leto. He ended up getting gout because he got fat for a role and he played the guy who killed John Lennon. That movie wasn't like big or anything, but he got so into it. He also did the one he won an Oscar for where he got like extremely skinny because he was playing someone with AIDS. Not everyone does that, but I'm just saying for the right paycheck, someone might, you know.
Yeah, but I think it's a bit different with like bodybuilders and people that work out all like look at
Yeah, she's a
Schwarzenegger. He's
she's-
old and he's still stayed like bigger when he had no
Yeah.
need to. There's no need for Schwarzenegger to be like jacked
Yeah.
anymore.
It's different when you're not just an actor. Yeah, she's a wrestler, so it's basically a sport, right? So, but yeah, that's not a bad choice, Carlos, but we'll see. Someone said Zoe Saldana. Maybe I can see someone else said that they weren't putting in for Amandla Steinberg, but they might she might get that role because she's in with Disney. So I wouldn't be surprised by that casting. Uh, looking all right. Let me catch up on
I mean,
super chats here.
the thing with Amandla is, even if you take out everything that she said in The Acolyte, there was nothing that she did that made her seem like she was a good actress at all.
Yeah, but that Disney's not gonna care.
And there are people like Sean Bean. There was a TV show he did called, but he had like undercover.
That confused
stories.
me. I just saw that out of nowhere. Hand.
Every episode, he played a different character because he was meant to be undercover, and Sean Bean would change entirely the person he was playing every single week. That's an actor. Whereas Amandla had to act as two people and play them both exactly the same, and neither of them emoted.
And she was just herself, realistically, because from what I've seen,
it was like a blank slate. There was nothing there. There was no personality she put into either of the roles. It was just, it was literally like a plank of wood.
She's playing.
Like a wood had more personality than her.
You get less splinters.
Harold Kami for £5. Thank you. You don't run for prime minister. If you're the leader of the party with more seats, then you become prime minister.
Absolutely, which is what is happening right now. So even though Trudeau is technically a PM, once they select their new candidate, they will be PM.
Yeah.
But only for a couple months.
I know a lot of people have a problem. I don't have a problem with that. In the UK, we elect a party. We don't elect a person. America elects a person. So.
Sorry, I'm reading chat. They're making me giggle again. Harokami for another 5. Thank you. So any prime minister has the votes to ban Twitter tomorrow. That'd be bad. Actually,
Really?
I don't move in with
so.
me.
What they do, rather than banning Twitter outright, they would come up with a law that they know Twitter can't actually do. So they'd be like, you have to censor anyone we tell you at any point. And Twitter go, well, we're not going to do that. So they have to take their site down.
Yeah, that's a good point, Liam. Yeah, maybe they should do that. They need new, fresh faces anyways. So get some new people in there. Give them a chance.
It's not even fresh faces. It's just people who aren't so ingrained in the typicalness of being in that area. And I think once you're in politics, you're ingratiated in what is status quo, which is why like Trump is so different, because he comes from a business perspective. Mind you, he's not like the number one star quality, but I trust him a lot more than some of the other politicians that I have seen out there. But
the interesting thing about it's not Hollywood has tried, because everyone's on about movie stars, and all the big celebrities in Hollywood are the original generate for like 30 years ago. And Hollywood's tried to come up with new people, just none of them have stuck. They've been pushing people like Zendaya that nobody can stand. Amandla Stenberg comes in, nobody can stand her. And so they constantly have the old guard. And I don't actually think Hollywood is changing at all. But if they wanted to put across that kind of idea, I think they will need a new breed of actor that doesn't virtue signal all the time like Amandla.
Yeah.
It's a standout. It's a mix of even the new age, the old age, and as of right now, nothing comes to mind that can attract both the new crowd and the old crowd. Because we have, like, say, Tom Cruise, for the most part, he is a big draw at the box office, but it's mostly for the older crowd.
Yes.
But I don't see a actor or actress at this point that can attract both.
Tom Cruise is one of the few people where if I see him in a movie, I'll give it a chance because he's in it, just because his track record has been generally very good of the movies that he selected. And so it's not even necessarily that he makes the movies good, it's just that he's chosen well throughout his career.
Which is why I like Emily Blunt, because she chooses her movie based on the script, not necessarily on just the front cover page or her publicist or whoever it is. And she has been in mostly good movies that I have seen. So if I see a movie with Emily Blunt more even than Tom Cruise, I will watch that. Knowing that, especially because like there was a statement she had made, I think this past year or the year before, it's like, if I see, woke DI, blah, 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 gone.
Yeah, no, it turns you off. That's why, it was Emily, Jenna, and was it Elle Fanning, I think? That I love that interview that they did where they were like, when they read a script and it says strong female character, but there's no like
strong female character. That was it.
they immediately are like, garbage, not doing it. They want there to be an actual story. They want there to be build up, and that's how every celebrity should be.
You know what I think of as soon as I hear that strong female character type thing with at least Emily Blunt is when she's in the day after tomorrow.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
And she is doing that like from downward dog into upward dog, and she is doing that like swiftly. For those who do yoga, and I'm like, dang, girls, you're strong AF in that sense, because that is not an easy thing to do. But not that I'm judging that on her acting career, but that's just like the one thing that always came in my mind, because that's something you see often when he goes from the next day to the next day to the next day. And I'm like, okay, I can respect that.
Yeah. That was such a good movie. I want to watch
all
that
the men
again.
were definitely thinking about. It's like, oh wow,
Downward
that downward
dog.
dog really shows her like how
What a strong woman.
she is. Yeah.
Hey,
bet she's
to
independent.
each their own. But that is the one thing that you see often when Tom Cruise goes into his repeat Groundhog Day.
Well, yeah, obviously.
You got Mike's
It's not because
you got Mike's attention.
Look at her arms, muscles definition. Yeah.
Hey, is she in a French maid outfit? No, but I respect that.
Maybe the next movie, Mike.
Doesn't mean she wasn't in the correct pose.
Mark, thank you for being a member for 18 months.
This is why men like you scrubbing floors.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Any guy in the chat's not
He's
gonna
out
say
of line, but he ain't wrong.
Please, don't let the nut play my weather goddess. She should play the role of Netflix Notes for Two instead. I'm gonna say it every time now.
She said it wrong on purpose.
This is how we cover for mistakes. I tended to do that.
Nos for two. It sounds fancy. Carlos Lima for two.
I think
She's too ugly to play.
sounds fancier.
Nosferatu does sound better. I'm getting tired. I can't even say regular words. She's too ugly to play Storm. Yes, Carlos agreed.
Everybody knows it. It's just no one's willing to say it.
What? Nosferatu. What? I can say it. What did I say?
Mute. I don't know why.
I was talking about the super chat. You're still on the previous one.
Oh. Bebop 1988 for 5. Gal Gadot is such a bad actress. It was easier to teach 10 women her accent. I thought she was good in Wonder Woman, but you know what? Like, I have to agree. She's not the greatest actress, but people like to look at her.
Attractive people have the halo effect. You will give them more leniency. This is why putting them in movies is a good idea. It makes the movie seem better. People think it's higher quality because it's got really attractive people in it, whether it is or not. It's such an easy win.
Yeah, but that's why Hollywood's losing so bad now, because they're getting mids that can't act. So there's losing.
Okay, if you were to put Stellar Blade versus Dustborn, which you gonna play, chat?
Obviously, Dustborn. I don't even know
After
the story.
That intro song.
I'm just saying, like, it's marketing 101. I don't know, and I don't understand why that is a lost aspect on some of these people's minds when they're like, I want to see myself in a game. Sure, you want to see yourself in a game. I get
You don't even
it.
want to see yourself in the mirror.
Like, I love Mulan. I see myself in that movie, blah, blah, blah. But I don't need to see myself verbatim physically to be able to relate to a character. I relate to freaking Jackie Chan in Rush Hour.
Do you understand the words that come out of my mouth? And that's X-ray after she's had a couple.
There's a Jimmy Carr joke that I really want to say that I can't say.
Just say
I'm
it.
sorry.
Just do it.
I can't say it.
Just do it. I don't know. What you're
I'm
talking
gonna put it in the private chat.
Oh, and then I'll read it, and then it'll be like.
I mean, if you-
not really.
Marco Reality, thank you for the 5. What about Sin Jae-un, Korean Sydney Sweeney for Storm, a race swap for the DEI points? I feel like they wouldn't do that, but that would be kind of. I mean, obviously they won't do it. They're not going to race
okay,
up a black girl.
The
but-
problem with that is, Mark Reality, is you are whitewashing, in a sense, Storm, the character. It has to be someone of the same color or darker, according to their rules, I think.
Yeah,
I
according
could
to
be
their
wrong.
rules.
I could be wrong, but hey, whatever.
We're reading the joke. Oh, okay, yeah, we're not going to read that.
I'm not reading that. I'm not reading.
For anyone that knows Jimmy Carr's repertoire of jokes, it involves the I'd crawl across broken glass.
Google it, guys. We
Like,
can't read it out loud.
She's so hot, I'd crawl across broken glass, and then you can finish
about
the
Kate,
rest.
about Kate Beckinsale.
There are very few
Well,
men.
not necessarily about Kate Beckinsale was just an example. It was because that's what I was thinking about, like fitting it into the topic. But it is a Jimmy Carr joke because he was saying it. Can't remember who he was saying it about. It was one of the countdown presenters, Rachel Riley, I think it was. The best thing is he works with Rachel Riley on the show. So somebody asked him, like, does she mind you making all these jokes about her? And he's like, oh no, I phone her up and ask her. And he phones her up, he's like, Rachel, do you mind me saying this? And she's like, yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Ed Song
I
for
like how
5.
both of you were like, you say it. And the moment I tell you, no.
I didn't say to say it. I wanted to see it first. Actually, it's like, I'm going to read it. I'm not going to read
It's
it.
like, no. Quickly backed out of that one.
I don't want to say it out loud, but if you told me you have to, I will do it.
I'm not telling you that.
Thank you for the 5, Ed. Amandla never auditioned for The Acolyte.
It's
I
true.
don't think it mattered, but it didn't really help.
No, the producer, what's her face? What's her name? I see her face in my head. Disprove?
Yeah. She's like a breeze block.
I don't know. She's just like this like super white girl with the glasses and like brown hair and maybe
Leslie
some blonde
Headland.
streaks in it. Leslie
Yeah,
Headland.
I forgot her name.
She's just like, I need her as my star. She's amazing.
You're a star, baby.
Yeah, it wasn't just that she didn't audition. The entire part was written from her right from the start, to the point where they hadn't even asked her if she wanted to be it. The concept art of the show had Amandla's face on it before she was even asked.
And
So,
that's the
right.
wild thing is like, why are you cast typing this character already when you do not have that as a certainty? And like after seeing her performance, I don't know what you see in her. Like, what do you see that's amazing besides whatever?
Activism. I'm pretty sure it's the activism.
Like,
And I think she finds her hot as well. I think it's the
she would
same.
have
Fine,
stepped
I
out of
think
her
she-
marriage just for her,
She
probably.
finds them all hot. They do too. I forgot his name. Manny something.
Manny Jacinto.
Giacinto. Yeah.
And I'm not even saying there's necessarily anything wrong with it, of hiring people that you find attractive, because how else are you going to judge it, right? If I'm saying you need to put hot people in a movie, it would always be hot people that you found hot, because otherwise you'd have no yardstick.
True.
Um,
But the thing is, maybe because back then they had people who had more global perspective on what is hot, and not necessarily thinking that they thought it on a global perspective, but their likings were more relatable to other people versus Leslie Headland.
Oh yeah, Star Wars is a brand for men, therefore a man should cast it, a straight man. And there you go.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I don't think like Amanda versus Carrie Fisher. I'm sorry, Carrie Fisher's going to win.
Well, I think it's the same with anything. Like, I imagine that overall lesbians would have a different taste in women than straight men. I think gay men would have a different taste in women, like what they found attractive. And so I do think there is something to the idea of representation that if you want something that represents the audience, the easiest way to do that is have it created by people who are part of that audience. This is why in video games, by gamers for gamers was something that used to be said all the time, and they were the best games because they knew what the people wanted because they made the game that they wanted to play. Leslie Headland made the series that she would wanted to watch. It's just that's a really niche audience because you hired a really niche person.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. It's like, if I want to watch something with a hot woman, I'm sorry, Amanda's pretty. She is not overall appealing. And then as soon as she started opening her mouth, it went downhill from there.
The problem with Amanda is her activism and her actability.
She's not an ugly person. I think we could all say that she is relatively good looking.
Yeah.
She just downed her points as soon as she started talking.
Yeah.
You just sound like a man. She's hot until she started talking. Okay. No, I know.
You would be begging for the 10-minute silence.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say if you like silenced her with whatever you did?
Like, this is
not doing that. I don't have those parts, but
not doing
that.
Yup. Andrew Matthews, I gave her the 5 pounds. Best downward dog was Catherine Zeta-Jones in Entrapment, dodging lasers. I don't think I have either. I've probably seen part. Listen, I had an older brother, 5 years older than me. Sometimes he would have things on, and he probably had that on. And I'd probably
it is literally
from it.
It is the scene that you think it would be. There's a laser grid, and she's got to do acrobatics to get over it. And there's just a guy going, lift your left leg up, further, stretch, bend. And it's like, that's the entire, it goes on for ages as well.
Like, yes.
The entire scene is just him going, yeah, bend, stretch, reach. And it's like, wait, what the hell is going on?
Reach? Yeah.
And this laser scene should not go on for as long as it does. But it just...
Shane Muniz for 5. I'd hire you 3. Smoke shows.
Disprove being the hottest of us all.
You know,
I think I could take Amanda's role.
For sure. Just get him a wig. Someone get this man a wig, and he's got it. Mark of Reality, thank you for the 5. Remember, Leslie Headland was taught by Harvey Weinstein. Yep.
Former assistant to Harvey Weinstein?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. As an assistant, you know a lot of things about a person.
Would you agree?
Well, you know everything, especially when they walk out of his room crying.
Yep.
Would you agree with this, Disprove? I've never heard this before, but now I like kind of can't unsee it.
I've never.
I don't necessarily believe.
Maybe it's the forehead. Her forehead area is like
the eyes being flying apart. I'm not a Downs expert, but
okay, it depends. It depends on the pic. This one in the Vogue.
I don't think she does, but she has a certain look.
It's specific pictures. Like if this one was mentioned, I could.
Okay, yeah, this picture I could see.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know what it is about the picture. Most of them I don't.
I don't
Rachel's
understand why
always
they use
been
that as promo pictures, though.
Rachel's pictures have always been all over the place.
I could
though.
totally agree with that. That's just stupid.
She has a touch. She has a slap of stupid. Okay.
She does.
There's no fighting stupid at all whatsoever, and that's fine. She put herself in that corner, and she should reap what she sowed.
Yeah.
The thing is, she had so much work done to rehabilitate her career. They gave her Variety gave her interview after interview with celebrities to try and show the nicer side of her, and then the moment there's an election, she can't stop herself.
She's insufferable.
Yes.
If you don't vote for me, F you. Okay.
Like if you don't vote the way I
sound
vote,
like you needed
then
a judge's gavel. Like, bang. I
The
judge,
ruling
I
is
rule
this.
thee.
He is
Insufferable.
insufferable. Exactly. I didn't want to hit my desk because I might knock my camera down if I did it too hard.
Like,
So I
you
hit
might-
my knee.
Bang.
Instead, I bruised my knee. It's okay. I'll be fine.
I've seen many a streamer do that, actually.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, it's on there, all right, but like
I
know.
saw Tim the Tap Man. He was on Marvel Rivals and he got really angry. And everyone knows how heavy like the mechanical keyboards are. They have like steel plates in it and stuff. And he got it and he was gonna throw it. He smacked his toy with it and then he was gonna throw it and then just kind of dropped it on the desk. It fell over and landed straight on his foot. And then he's like hopping
Ow.
around his room.
Oh, that sounds
And these things are heavy.
painful.
They're like well over a kilogram.
Old Renaissance swimmer for 2. Rachel Zegler makes me think of 1-800 Yankees J. Oh gosh, that's pretty funny.
Oh no.
Oh, no. So what? Wait, real quick. Speaking of Marvel Rivals, have either of you played it? I've seen a little bit of Kara
No.
playing
I
it.
played a lot.
I know
So
you
you like
played it.
it?
Just be.
Should
I really like
might,
it.
Okay, I might give it a try. I did download it. It's free, so I mean, what do I got to lose if I don't like it? I just uninstall it.
It depends.
Um,
If you have to be into hero shooters. So if you liked Overwatch, you liked it.
I wasn't into
Yeah.
Overwatch, but I do like it's. I might have gotten into it if I would have played it a bit, especially like now, like with streaming. If I would have been streaming at that time, I'd be like, oh, let me give it a try, and I might have liked Overwatch. But at the time, I was more adventure and story based games. So
You have to, rather than other shooters like Call of Duty, where it's just run in, die, run in, die, run in, die. You have to play properly in hero shooters. You have to
Okay.
play around your team. There is no playing solo in a even if you flank and stuff. So getting used to the concept of like team battles, that if you die, you don't just run back and try and 1v6. You kind of have to wait and regroup with your team and go back in and have another team fight v another team fight. And I think that's where a lot of new people fall down and just don't get into the game. But once you play it enough that you get used to kind of the flow of a battle and
Mhm.
grouping up and that kind of thing, I much prefer them to Call of Duty or brainless shooters.
I'm not into. I like shooter games. I'm not into like Call of Duty. I really didn't get into Apex either. I played that one more than Call of Duty, but I'll give Rivals a try off stream, and if I like it, then I'll start streaming it a little bit.
There
I'm
is
just not a tournament style lover.
No, that's why I say I'll give it a try off stream and see if I can get into it, because I don't want to start streaming it if I'm not into it and then just like be bored 30 minutes into the stream. Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
it is a case of finding characters that you like. There's also a learning curve at the start where you won't know about team battles and stuff, but also you don't know what any of the characters do with their abilities. So over time you learn that just by meeting them. But I would give it time if you've never played a hero shooter
don't
before.
don't give up on
Like
it
if
right
you play
away.
it for half an hour and you have no idea what to do,
That's not enough
what's
time,
happening.
I think.
Yeah.
I'll
Unless
give it
you
a
play
try.
one character, maybe, but even then, it's still too short.
Okay. Well, I'll give it a try and I'll let you guys know. Hirokami for another £5. Thank you. In what kind of world is Ziegler harder than Godot? Not the
No.
real world. In
Many.
Hollywood world.
Holly weird.
Holly weird world.
I
Exactly.
mean, there might be some blind people out there that have felt their face and they're like, your face feels more attractive.
So what
Well, they don't know
I actually have a pretty
whether the perfect girlfriend.
Stop.
bizarro world. Yeah.
Wait,
There you go.
mommy and daddy are fighting still. Let's go back to that. No, I'm kidding.
So I actually have a pretty like packed week this week, because tomorrow I have my regular Sunday stream, but then Monday I'm having a birthday stream. So probably like
Wait, is it a big group stream or are you just doing gaming? Or
I'm probably just doing gaming, but I think I'm gonna go like into my like private Discord. So if anyone wants to hop in, and like I don't know what I'm playing yet, but I'll leave it open
Okay.
if you want to come in and say hi, both of you. if
No,
you want to.
I would love to because I just, I love birthdays.
I love birthdays, and then maybe your
As
mom will
long as
bring me
they're
the
not
cake.
mine.
So yeah, like about 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday for that. Because that's my birthday on Monday. So
I love it.
what are you guys doing? Like, what do you got going on the next couple days? X-ray first.
Sunday, I
She's like,
have. I literally just got here.
I was going to say I'm playing Marvel Rivals. That was my only plan.
I got this in the mail. Thank you to Sneaky C. It is the Royal Cat Lego build. So I'm gonna finish Peely Bone, which is this guy here. I just need to finish his peel to make him more appealing. And then I will finish this cat eventually because he's so cute. I love kitties. And then Sunday, Funday, 1 p.m. Eastern, and then 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Erotic Live. We're gonna go live with the Snake Brothers from Serpents of the Podcast about Egypt and like theories on how that happened. If you're into conspiracy theories, and I think that this world has kind of embraced conspiracy theories, so.
Because a lot of them came true.
That's just because they,
yeah.
they just turned out to be
Which is
facts. That's why.
scary because
It makes you wonder what other stuff we thought was bull is actually for real. Like,
I mean, I will just my journey as a normie, ingratiated in this world of pop culture, you start to question things. And once you start to question things, the trust in a lot of things gets broken. And as I'm sure you have gone through in your own journeys.
You find that with a
Yes.
lot of things, even sort of culture and value system and things. You do find that often there's one foundational thing that everything else is built upon, and when you realize that's a lie, everything else that you have ever learned falls apart. It's like, oh,
Hey!
actually, we went down a
For
bad
Sorry.
path.
me was COVID.
I didn't see Wiley in the chat. I'm glad you're okay.
Hi. I
He's
don't think
like,
everything is a lie, but I
But a
would
lot of things.
not trust media that is mainstream.
Oh yeah, that's why people will go to Twitter like during this election and everything. If Elon didn't own Twitter, we were supposed the mainstream media, the news, they don't report on. There's so many things that I found out from like an influencer or something. I'm like, why isn't this bigger news?
My dad still comes to me and he's like, they've just discovered this. I'm like, I told you that like 3 weeks into it, and you were like, no, I've not seen that anywhere.
Lols.
Like, he still says things to I'll tell him something, and he's like, well, I've not seen that. It's like, you're not required to. Like, whether you know something or not doesn't change whether it's true or not. It's like, but he still seems to, if he hasn't seen it on the news, then it's not real, it doesn't exist, or it hasn't happened, and you've just seen it on the internet. It's like, no, I think there's a lot of people, they know objective reality exists, but they still can't really grasp the concept of it. Like, they still view everything through their own perception rather than being able to separate the two ideas.
Yeah, that's spot on. Like, there's things that I'll tell my mom, and she'd be like, "Nah," like, look it up. And she's like, like, she's like, "Why isn't this on the news?" I'm like, it's never going to be on the
I
news.
don't know. They
It's never going to be.
prioritize
Yeah, they do
other
fear
things.
mongering, but they don't put like, because like as a kid, like my mom would have the news on and stuff. I'm getting ready for school and stuff, and you'd hear some like just crazy story about someone getting abducted, and I'm like, am I gonna get abducted now? That girl was my age, like stuff like that. But like big news, it's just I can't think of any examples right now. Sorry, like it's late and I'm getting tired, but I know everyone knows what I'm talking about when something will be on the like that we find out on the internet and it never gets reported on.
I remember the day the news changed. Like, this is why it's so wild to me. It's like, I remember the changes that happened in my lifetime. British news used to be different than American news. It wasn't trying to scare you all the time and everything else. And it was 9/11. That was the day it changed. I think they saw the ratings that happened. And I think they just were like, oh, so fear, scaremongering gets views. And I think they just ran with it and just carried on. Like, our news
Like
used
clickbait.
to not be horrifying and you're all going to die all the time.
And
It's
now
wild.
it is. But
Yeah.
I think the time, like I've talked about this before, especially we were talking about like when Trump got, won the election, we had that nice saucy stream right after. That's like when I got red pilled and realized how bad it was. Because everybody online that I knew, and it's goes back to when we were talking about how when you grow up kind of and you come into your own and you're figuring stuff out and you're learning like, wait, this was a lie, because people around you tell you, like the adults in your life tell you what to believe. So when you're a kid, you're going to believe that. But when you actually have the chance to look into things yourself and you find out like your parents or your aunts and uncles or people you looked up to were wrong, it's kind of mind blowing, but it makes you dig deeper. And that's when the conspiracy stuff comes on and you could get lost down that rabbit hole very easily.
Absolutely. Too easily. There's
Too
so many
easily.
conspiracies out there that I haven't even touched it. And the thing is, like, I am very American centric right now, and thinking about the conspiracies that have happened in your world, it makes me think like, okay, obviously Canadian conspiracies are not as mainstream.
They're like
but
maple syrup isn't real.
why is it always maple syrup?
That's the only thing I know about Canada.
Like finding out eventually about all these little things, it's just a little knock on the door to the bigger door.
I still remember the day on 9/11 when the police chief stood up and said, "We will never forget 9/11." And I thought, I should hope not. That's your pissing phone number.
My goodness. Anyways, we were getting ready to log off and then we just got into the conspiracy stuff. It's fine. What do you have going on besides Marvel Rivals? Just Brew, any videos dropping?
Depends really what pops up. Unless I continue down the rabbit hole of behavioral control. Which I was like just reading stuff about it, got more horrified the more I found out. So I don't know. That's probably going to take me a while to keep going down that rabbit hole, as it really is a case of the more you read, the more scary it is. Nobody wants psychologists getting involved in entertainment and working out how they can control you. So, but that's where we seem to be going.
Yeah.
So I'll probably do some kind of summary video on that at some point, but I don't know when. No, Marvel Rivals Season 1 launched, and so I need to play that, and I need to actually rank this season.
Oh yeah, do it. I think the chat would like it. Hertz says that your latest video is underrated.
Yeah, that was the start of the rabbit hole, and then you find out, oh no, actually this has been going on for a long time, but. Before it was used for other things, like the 2020 stuff, and now it's moving into entertainment. So it's already evolved. It's just now finding out other pathways it can use to get its message across.
Oh wait, you know what? There's a couple super chats stopped in here. I was ready to sign off. Hold on, Shane. Thank you for the 10. Sup?
Sup?
She's like,
sup? This is the UK, not a good sign type of thing, but whatever.
Thank you.
Yeah, well. Yeah, because that would be... Well, that's the English version that we used to give the French. It comes from longbowmen, so we would fire the bows, with the longbows with those two fingers, and then the French would cut off the index finger so you couldn't fire the longbow back and give them the middle finger back.
Interesting. The more you know with this brew, he'll be here all night.
The more you know.
Hey, look, I know many ways to insult the French.
Things. He drinks and he knows things. He's the real one. Okay, forget Game of Thrones. That originated.
He drinks and he insults the French.
Yeah.
And Song, thank you for the 5. The pasta is finally all grown up. Too old for the juicy box. Now I get the big wine juicy box. I
mean, it's still got grapes in it. It kind of counts.
Technically speaking,
still healthy.
It's still fruit juice.
Yeah. And thank you for another 5. I remember how brown chicken murders were reported with people talking about the victims being chopped up, and now where everything's sanitized. Wait, what?
I don't know anything about brown chicken murders. I've never even heard this before.
Me neither.
See, look at they kept it from us.
Were they like sold as chicken? Was that the thing? Because we had something where there was a guy got away with impersonating rich people, and he would melt them in acid. And that
is disturbing.
They found him by eventually finding fraud.
Oh, it was a fast
teeth
food
and
restaurant.
stuff don't melt in acid, so they found bits of people in his drain.
Oh
no! I looked it up.
God.
I looked it up. It was a fast food restaurant, 7 were killed. Yeah, this was January 8th, 1993. Okay, that's why.
Isn't that just like an average day at a Waffle House?
I don't know.
I've never been to one, so I don't know.
We didn't go to Waffle
Yeah.
House in Orlando. We
No,
went to
no one
Kiki's
could trust
Breakfast
you at a
Cafe
Waffle
instead.
House. You'd start a riot.
Should we go to the same Kiki's again? I think we should.
Yes, and we'll try a different stuff French
Server.
toast.
Oh no.
She said, we're gonna try a different server this time.
Yeah, I'm not having that cattle from last time. Like, held a grudge.
No, they were wonderful.
They were wonderful.
They're actually wonderful. So
Yeah.
Why you
I
want
can't
different
say
ones?
anything bad about them.
Yeah, never say anything bad about people that handle your food.
No, because they'll spit in it. Don't be stuff.
Yep.
I know
Just-
too well.
It's look, people complain at restaurants. I'd never complain. I'd just never go back. Like, no, just whatever it is, just be like, yep, that's
Just leave it
5
alone.
eggs.
Just leave it
Never
alone.
go back.
Just leave it alone. But anyways,
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't bother like being like rude. Like if my food's messed up, okay, yeah, like let them know. But I just like, yeah, I'm not going back.
mhm.
Let me make sure I got all the supers. Okay. So guys, thank you for hanging out with us. I'm actually, it looks like Kara is still live.
Say hi.
Is she
to
playing
her.
Marvel's Rivals?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is. She's obsessed with
But I
it. She
think she-
literally told me that she can't play with me because she'll get mad at me. I'm like,
Really?
okay.
Super
Yeah.
into it, huh?
She's competitive. This is the thing with these kind of games. They do, if you are competitive,
It's fine.
yeah.
I get it. It's fine. I'm not competitive.
She's in
in
her zone.
Overwatch, I literally used to have like 6 accounts of different ranks so I could play with people without caring.
Getting mad.
Well, I just piss about. Because I could basically play any character at their level, so I just play random things that I never played. And then, I as long as my main... Because there's on the ranking system, you go up and down in points to show you're good. So you just never play on your main with people, and then it's fine.
Well, there you
Mhm.
go. Well, thank you, Shane, for the 2. Great stream. Good to be back. Even though I was gone for a day, but it felt like I was gone for like a couple weeks. But all right,
Forever.
yeah. I'm gonna send you
You weren't even
guys.
gone for a day. You
I know. I
just turned
popped
the
in
stream off.
and
Yeah.
I
You just
unplugged it.
nuked
I
to the
took,
stream. It's like, if
I-
I can't be here, no one can.
it's over. All right, go say hi to Kara, and we will see
Yes.
you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.